Keep on firing them. Keep on firing them.
How about the Buccaneers, huh?
Complete Super Bowl reaction this morning on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Front office insider Mike Tannenbaum is here a half hour from now. And our quarterback, Dan Orlovsky, 7:15 Eastern time. One of Dan's former teammates is a Hall of Famer, Calvin Johnson, heading to the Hall. Megatron and the Lions, though, have been in a dispute over paying back $1 million signing bonus when he retired. He's hoping, though, to mend fences in Detroit.
I really do hope it does. I think that I know that myself and Sheila Hamp, we've had some great conversations recently, and it's been good to get to know her and just really just have those face-to-face conversations. So I think that we're moving in the right direction.
Calvin Johnson, referring to owner Sheila Hamp, says they've had good conversations. It's Monday, February 8th, birthday of Klay Thompson. He turns 31 today.
Schefter and Chris Mortensen is coming this week. So despite the fact that we named our dog Nick Foles, Nikki, in his honor, she's so cute, I want nothing to do. Can I go on the record right now? I want nothing to do with the Nick Foles reunion. Not at all. I know the drama of his return would be a spectacular storyline, but it would clearly be done to me as a disinfectant. It would be a mere distraction. Much like in Philadelphia Eagles fashion, look over here, don't look here. It'd be meant as a misdirection of the public attention to the complete mishandling of this roster and this franchise since that parade down Broad Street. People lose the shell game on the street corner in New York because of a sleight of hand. They take their eye off of things. They distract you. Don't fall for it. If Nick Foles somehow is coming back in a deal for Carson Wentz, how comfortable is Jalen Hurts going to feel? And I'm not talking about what the Eagles beat writers will tell you he feels. How's he really going to feel? Because we don't need him worrying about the fans chanting his name. Foles, Nick, or his favorite nickname, after the first 3 and out by Jalen Hurts. And you and I both know that is exactly what would happen. The minute Jalen Hurts struggled, everybody in this town would be getting back, or a large faction of people would be getting back on the Nick Foles train. Do not let this Eagles nostalgia grab distract you. They're trying to distract you if this does go down, as it says. You should all be pissed with the status of this team right now. And if you are, join the club. That's where we begin this Monday edition of the John Kincade Show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. We start on this Monday, the day after the Super Bowl. We'll have plenty of talk about the Super Bowl during the course of the day today. But, Bob, the talk of a Nick Foles reunion and a Chicago Bears being the landing for Carson Wentz seemed to just really dominate Super Bowl weekend here in town.
I literally laughed out loud when I heard Chicago and Nick Foles. Like, it can't possibly be that Howie Roseman would think that bringing Nick Foles back would deflect some of the anger that this fan base has towards him.
Okay, you really believe that?
I don't know. I can't believe it.
Because I do. I believe that's exactly the agenda.
I mean, if that's the case, I swear to God, John, I cannot even wrap my hands around that would even be a thought in anyone's head. And if it is, oh my God, this guy does not belong here. That's ridiculous. You're going to bring Nick Foles back to try to hide? Like, oh, the fans will be happy with Nick while I screwed everything else up. I mean, we sat here and talked about it. Out of the three-headed monster, who has to go? We had Howie one, and then Doug and Carson probably had to be split up. Two of them are gone, and Howie remains?
I believe when we did that the very first week of the show, we had Carson third on the list for all of us. Like, we pretty much was Carson's third, Doug second, Howie first. Howie survives. I'm telling you, Jamie, I love a good conspiracy theory. But the Philadelphia Eagles, literally like the Soviet Union back in the day, literally control their messaging. They cut off this radio station because they don't have the guts to stand up and share what's going on there, because this isn't going to be the same friendly confines that they get from their business partners. So, I mean, to me, I'm absolutely convinced that in Howie Roseman's mind, if he found a deal that brought back Nick Foles, it's going to somehow appease this fan base. I'm completely convinced of it.
Well, I mean, he's arrogant enough to believe that, so I can't rule it out. I find it to be more of a happy coincidence that Chicago ended up being the team. If that's the case. If that's the case, which makes sense. You know, they're probably one of about three teams that make the most sense. So if that's the case, if you're Chicago, you can't possibly have a Wentz-Foles situation going on in your own locker room. So it's almost like Ryan Pace would be begging Howie, like, dude, please just take him. Like, he's literally like a bag of footballs in this trade. Whatever it is, we'll figure out the financial ramifications. Like I can't do this.
But
like,
he's
get
not
him away
a bag
from
of
me.
Footballs to Howie Roseman. What he is a disinfectant.
Sure.
If they bring
That's
Foles
why I can't
back,
rule it out.
If they bring Foles back, it's going to be depicted as wow, he's back where he belongs.
Oh, God.
He's home where he belongs. And that sucks. And Pat Egan, it sucks for Jalen Hurts. It sucks. And I don't want to hear, because everybody will go, well, Nick's the perfect person to back up Jalen Hurts. He's absolutely the least perfect person, in my mind, to back up Jalen Hurts.
I mean, I don't know. When Carson Wentz got some when he got some competition, it was man up.
Yeah.
Deal with the competition. So Jalen Hurts, if Nick Foles comes back, deal with the competition, win it out, be a man. That's all I heard.
But that's not. And you just have said how badly that went, so you wouldn't want to repeat it.
No,
that's the last thing, because the hoagie mouths would all be chanting for Foles.
They would, and
first 3 and out, and everybody. There'll be people that will disagree all day long to that.
I don't, but yeah, and
you know it will happen.
Yes, they will. And in all seriousness, first of all, I do think it's being hypocritical. But when you look at
what's being hypocritical,
I think it's being hypocritical of looking at the argument of, well, Carson Wentz going to deal with some little bit of competition, but Jalen Hurts, let's coddle him and let's.
No, I don't think Jalen.
Sure.
No.
Oh my God,
Pat, Jalen Hurts is not going to pout. Jalen Hurts is going to. Jalen Hurts is not going to pull the crap that Carson Wentz has pulled. Don't do other stuff that we're talking about later early. Let's stay on the topic that we're talking about here. Jalen Hurts is not going to. We're not talking about whether Jalen Hurts is going to be.
Okay,
it's whether the fan base is going to put him in a bad position.
All right, yeah, it will be a mistake, and it would be very Eagles-like to sit there and not realize the impact of bringing back Nick Foles.
If that happens. And right now, that's where this is. It
does look like it's headed that way.
There will be what will be the show with a poll question? Will Mike Missinelli's poll question be who should start?
Oh God,
Foles or Hurts?
It has to be
Hurts. Wait. When Wentz is gone, will there be the Mike Missinelli show poll question? Will it be do you think Nick Foles should start or Jalen Hurts should start? You know that's going to be the poll question.
It's coming.
It's not good.
What a hilarious slap in the face to Carson Wentz if this is to come true.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, part of me wants... I'm in a weird place with the Eagles because part of me wants to watch the world burn, but there might...
You don't want your franchise to burn?
Well, that's where I'm torn because they're my favorite team, but I feel as though they deserve to burn.
I can't have it.
Here's what's killing me. Listen to what we were just talking about, feelings, and you can't do this because of feeling. Hey, Howie... Forget feelings. How about building a football team? Stop with that. Like, if Carson Wentz, and we'll get into this in a little bit, but if Carson Wentz was such a malcontent in the locker room and that's why you're getting rid of him, because we have evidence that says you shouldn't have gotten rid of him because of his play, you're really getting rid of him because why? He upset a locker room? Seriously? I saw the Pittsburgh Steelers deal with Antonio Brown for 10+ years? Guy's going to, off the field stuff aside, the guy's one of the best wide receivers ever. Like, there are plenty of NFL players that were malcontents, that had off the field problems. What you're saying Carson Wentz is on the same level as them and you couldn't deal with it?
How many of them are quarterbacks?
I don't care. Like,
No, you can't say that, Bob. How many of them are quarterbacks?
Ben Roethlisberger.
No.
What do you mean no?
Ben Roethlisberger didn't turn his whole locker room against him.
I'm talking about
a large faction of his locker room against him.
Worse than that, he had off the field problems where you're talking about raping somebody.
Well, we've had which is.
I can't believe this organization is so baby-like that because Carson Wentz was not good in the locker room, that you're going to use a 12-game stretch from last year and say, you know what, he's gone. Wow. That to me says weak organization.
Well, if he wants gone, what are you going to do? I mean, this is more.
He wants gone.
He wants out.
He's the one that wants out.
He's the one who wants to go.
Like if he.
But this whole thing came because it appears now that these stories are coming out because Carson was bad in the locker room.
Guess what? I guarantee it. What happens?
This doesn't reek of weak organization.
I said it to you this morning. What happens if Carson Wentz is gone this afternoon? Tomorrow morning, every single media outlet will have their story that they've been sitting on about here's the reason Carson Wentz is gone. Let us tell you the story that happened with Carson Wentz last year. Let us tell you what Carson was really doing behind the scenes. There will be a burial campaign.
Absolutely.
On Carson Wentz. Stories that they've got right now. I guarantee you, they got them right now. They're waiting to hit send. here's the Wentz story. Then they'll hit send. Why the freak? They're not sending that story now.
Why would you think that?
Because it'll happen immediately.
I agree.
Okay.
So you're telling me, Bob, that the minute Carson Wentz
I'm telling you, if I had a story that should be out there, I'm sending it out there.
Okay.
I'm not waiting for anything. The reason I might have a story afterwards is because people aren't talking while he's still here.
So you're saying the day Wentz is gone, people are picking up their phone and going, let me tell you the whole story from 3 years ago, and here's one from 2 years ago. No.
You could also be talking to a source that says, please don't release this until Carson's let go.
Or, which is the truth. So then you've made a decision. You've made a decision to sit on a story.
You've made a business decision that if I have a really good source that I don't want to lose, that could be. I mean, this is all hypocritical.
That's what it is. And that's what it is. It's this, and that's what, and it sort of speaks to where the organization is. It's the control. Control the message. Control of they control media members. They literally will control media members to keep stories from getting out. This is
every
ridiculous.
organization does that.
I got to tell you this.
They try to do it, I should say.
I have never seen an Bob, I've been doing this for over a quarter century.
So have I, John.
I've never seen an organization do this with, like, entire media.
Do
outlets.
what? I don't know what
message. Do they ever? What do the Eagles cooperate with this radio station?
All right.
Okay, listen to me. Why do they not cooperate with this radio station?
There are other organizations here that aren't very cooperative with us either.
Why do they not cooperate with this radio station?
They can't control our narrative?
Correct.
Nobody can, though.
It's bottom line. And here they're trying to control the narrative of this whole thing. Adam Schefter talked about that the Eagles trying to move in the best interests of where this organization needs to go.
I think that the Eagles are doing what they believe is in the best interest of their team. And again, that's the sense that Mort and I are getting, that he will be traded as early as this week. It might be 2 weeks, but knowing the way that this league works and that teams are going to want their answer, they're going to want clarity, and they're going to want to move on.
Adam also identified to Andrew Salcunas on Saturday afternoon the teams that he thinks are interested.
I think the Bears are interested. I think the Indianapolis Colts are interested. I think that there are other teams that are interested. Again, there are a lot of teams that are weighing in. We'll see how that plays out.
This is going to be, I can tell this is going to be spirited conversation all week. I believe there are people sitting on stories right now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They're sitting on stories right now. We're going to find out.
Could be.
The minute Carson Wentz goes, it'll be like people hit send.
Yeah.
Here's the story. Here's what we know. Carson Wentz peed on the floor at Malcolm Jenkins' birthday party. Mm-hmm. We're going to find out story. It's like, oh, he did this. Oh, he did this. And there's all these stories that they're sitting on right now. I guarantee you, no one's picking up the phone. Here's Wentz goes. All right, okay, yeah, here it is. Okay,
well,
I've been holding this for 2 years. Here's what he did.
You are more apt to rip somebody once they're not your teammate anymore. So I do get the counter to that. I could see some guys, if they've had their trusted media guy, as soon as he's gone, hey man, let me tell you the story.
So the story isn't the media. I don't care about all that. The story isn't the media and when they're going to whatever. But will the story come out of what you think the breaking point was, which is what we talked about last week, remember?
That's why I think, Bob, this story is about the media. That's why I think it is. You mean to tell me somebody doesn't know what the breaking point was? You mean to tell me some guy who covers the Eagles right now doesn't know what went on between Doug and Carson? That's the story. Because I promise you it'll be hit send the minute he's gone.
All right, well, if we talk to a Jeff McClain, if we talk to a Zach Berman, if we talk to anybody, if we talk to Mort.
Right.
And say, hey, Mort, would you sit on this? What do you think he would say?
No.
Why are you convinced that everybody is sitting on a story now that they just can't wait to break until it's sent?
So nobody knows in a 53-man locker room. Nobody knows. Nobody talks. Nobody shares anything. Nobody talks to a beat writer. Nobody talks.
I'll tell you what. Let's get some of them on the phone then, if we want to find out.
Nobody's whispering stories.
I don't think the problem was Doug. I think the whole locker room would know about Doug and Carson problems. I think what Carson's still wanting out tells you is that Howie and Carson are the major problem. And I think that's probably a little tougher to get to as to focus on the breaking point was. Like, I think that's a harder story to get because guys in that locker room might not know. And it could be as simple as just missing on Rager and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and drafting Hurts. But something tells me it's more, and I think that's a harder story to get.
If it's bad GM picks,
That's
If
childish.
it's bad GM picks, you are the biggest baby that has ever
Right?
that has ever led a franchise.
I agree.
If
I
it's-
agree with you
if
there,
that's
yes.
the issue- and guess what? We're speculating.
Yes.
It's complete speculation because of the fact that we don't know.
Yes.
Because nobody talks. Because we have a starting quarterback in town who doesn't talk.
It's very odd.
who doesn't
So
talk to
that's a
him.
great point. All right, so let's build on that. So if the breaking point, the true breaking point was kind of what Jamie said, between Carson and Howie,
I think that's what it tells you, right?
right?
Seems that
so.
way.
So as you said, Carson doesn't talk. Howie, how
He's
often?
controlling the narrative.
You don't
Howie,
get-
no, Howie
Right.
controls the narrative by his minions.
Yes.
That he feeds the stories out. So Howie makes sure everybody feels crappy about Carson.
Yes.
So he says anything he has on Carson. By the way, so Tyrone Saturday morning doing a great job on Saturday morning. I'm listening to him on the Costco run. And Tyrone says character assassination on Carson Wentz. And I said to him, what character assassination? What are you talking about? I said, and he goes, well, teammates have defended Carson Wentz. And I said, okay.
Some, yeah.
Teammates have come out. Yes, there are. Jason Kelsey.
Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox.
Mm-hmm. On Carson Wentz, the person. So I went back and searched every single quote. None of them have dispelled any of the ignoring the coaches, checking out of plays on purpose that he was told to run, being a malcontent in the quarterback room, pointing fingers at everybody else. None of them speak out and dispel any of that stuff. None of them. They all speak about Carson the man. Guess what? Carson Wentz has a great foundation. Mm-hmm. He might be a tremendous young man.
Sure.
He might be the kind of guy that I'd want to walk in the door and say, I'd like to have your daughter's hand in marriage someday. There's a big freaking difference between leading a football team and being a good guy.
Absolutely.
A good guy can be an insurance salesman. A good guy can be something like that.
Yeah, he can be. My insurance salesman, not so much, but yeah, he's
Mine's my cousin, so I sort of
No,
have
you're
to,
good
I have
as
to
gold,
say that
man.
about,
You can't
I have
bash your
to say
insurance
that
salesman,
about,
can
I
you?
have to say that, Justin. I have to say that about you.
As soon as you said that, by the way, ironically, I just thought of Tom Brady, who was going to be an insurance salesman if he didn't go into football.
He was, right?
Yeah, he was all planning on doing it, and then he got drafted in the 6th round. Yeah, look, he hasn't handled this situation well at all. And looking at how it's gone down and everything, you're right. Like, he might be a nice guy. He wasn't a leader.
I think he is a good guy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I don't believe you do all the work that he's done.
The charitable work.
If you're not a good guy
Yeah,
at heart. But the thing is, there's a difference between, I know good guys who are feckless leaders.
Yeah, and
Who are terrible leaders. They can't.
Feckless.
Yes.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's-
Very
yeah,
good.
that's
I've
temple
never.
word.
Yeah, that's
It
good.
is. That's a
Jamie
temple.
Lynch word
That's
right
nice.
there.
That's a temple.
Yeah.
That's a temple.
yeah,
Dean Boardman, you should be very proud of me on that one.
he had his faults for sure, and leadership was probably the biggest one. I mean, the Joe Santoliquino piece that came out in 2019, then 2 years to basically the day, Jeff McClain's article labeling him as, this malcontent who would change plays out of spite. Like, it was just those are things you can't ignore.
Bob, why I have an issue too, and why it is a burr in my saddle as far as media, is Joe's piece. You and I are in complete agreement. Joe's piece, the first one, Joe Santoliquino's piece, was absolutely not sourced well enough. As far as there wasn't enough supporting material. But it was absolutely has played out to be fantastically correct. And media members attacked him left and right. Electronic media and the print word media. They attacked that report left and right, and even had people who wrote pieces and did pieces electronically that to dispel the stories that were being told. He was right, they were wrong. And for some reason, they chose to do that, go against that piece. I say to get curry favor with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, and
To curry favor with Carson Wentz, to curry favor with the organization, to curry favor with guys that they need as sources. Because Joe's piece could have been written better 2 years ago, but it was absolutely proven factually. It's proven correct.
And if those stories were disproving Joe's story, where do you think that information was coming
Correct.
Yeah. Here's how I'll label this whole Carson Wentz Eagles thing. Remember what I told you before you came, that when the Sixers were looking for a head coach, I was like, nah, I don't know. When a name pops, I'll know. And then Doc Rivers' name came and it was like, there it is. That's the name
That's
I want.
the name.
I'm sitting on this and I'm thinking, nah, there's more to it. There's
so you're
something
sitting on
more.
something right
I
now,
still,
too. See?
No,
you're sitting on something right now.
No, I'm not sitting on
he's
anything.
Saving thing for the 8 o'clock hour.
I
he's got
still
a story.
think that there's something coming. And I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Bob's sitting on something for the 8
As
o'clock
soon as
hour.
Howie texts him at 8 o'clock, the narrative of the day, Bob's going to release it on the website.
But look, it's bottom line's this. This organization is where he started. This organization is ignoring you. You're the fan base of this town. You're the ticket-buying public of this town. And this organization is ignoring you. Because there is no way that the vast majority of this organization doesn't want out from Howie Roseman. They're ignoring you. They're ignoring you for a reason. I wish I could tell you what the reason is, but they're ignoring you. And that's where it's at right now. We got a lot coming up, but I want you to get it off your chest today with us. Very spiritual. It's going to feel good. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. If you would like to be one of the first to be able to jump on with us today, it's the John Kincade Show. I want to tell you, too, if you've been craving comfort food, try Wawa's barbecue brisket. By the way, I did yesterday. Enjoy brisket on a brioche bun or in a bowl. First time I've done the
brioche. And?
It was delicious.
Yeah, right?
Can't go wrong with brioche.
It wasn't too saucy.
Nice.
Which is always one of my...
Right.
I hate it when there's too much sauce that sort of dominates it. It was awesome. Gotta have a Wawa, by the way. And the Wawa on Montgomery Avenue, really doing a great job. Really good. Very quick with the turnaround. Great stuff. So we got a lot coming up. 610-632-0975. You want to be the first one to get your voices in this morning. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. So, as I'm driving different places in town that I haven't been in a long time, I'm trying to learn the best cut-throughs, the best shortcuts, how to best get places. So my T-Mobile device helps me to get there. So what do I need to know? I need to know connectivity is not going to be an issue. And with T-Mobile and Sprint creating the best network, when they merged, it's the best network in town. It's got a backbone. Everywhere that I go, I know that my T-Mobile device is going to be able to keep me connected. I need to be able to be in touch. I need to be able to in touch with my wife, my daughter. I want to FaceTime with them. I want to see them. I want to be able to hear from them anytime. And T-Mobile's been able to deliver that to me. They got more towers, they got more engineers, they got more coverage than anyone in the marketplace. So I want you to be a customer. I've been a customer for so long, it was when they were PowerTel, before they were T-Mobile. And you know why? I've never had to watch one of those Super Bowl ads and be able to say, oh, I'm going to switch to that carrier and get this great deal. Because I've always had the best carrier, the best deal, the best phones. It's awesome. It's T-Mobile. I want you to learn about T-Mobile today. Go to T-Mobile.com to find out more today. Coverage is not available in some areas.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Stop getting ripped off. Just stop it. Don't let it happen to you. Stop getting ripped off. Stop getting fooled. Hi, I'm Steven Singer, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why am I so hated? Because we expose other jewelers that overcharge and underdeliver, and especially other websites. Let's face it, any idiot with a laptop can start a website. Doesn't matter if they lie to you, don't deliver what they promise, they mislead you, or just plain rip you off. Here's what I'm talking about. The only place you can find an authentic, real, long-stem, 24-karat Steven Singer roses is at, well, Steven Singer Jewelers. That's it. We are real jewelers who only have real jewelry, real diamonds, and real 24-karat gold dip roses. Don't fall for copycats. You're just too smart for that. There's only one place that has one price and the world's best guarantees and fast and free shipping. It's at IHateStevenSinger.com. Here is the real deal from a real jeweler. Steven Singer Jewelers is the only jeweler in America that's been featured in the Wall Street Journal, been interviewed on Bloomberg's American Dream, won the Chamber of Commerce Small Business of the Year Award, and more importantly to you, it's the only place you can find authentic, real, long-stem American Beauty roses, lavishly and deeply dipped in pure 24-karat gold, a gift that'll really last forever, just like your love. So go to the most hated jeweler in America to get one of America's most loved gifts. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Free shipping, free custom love note from you. Magnificent gift packaging, and it all starts at just $59. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer Jewelers. One place, one price.
That should do it with your new Anderson 400 series windows. So stylish and easy to install. I have these exact ones in my own home.
Honestly, John, we couldn't be happier.
They're perfect.
They last a long time. Don't think you'll be needing me again. So this is probably goodbye. Alex, Julie, we'll see ya.
I hate goodbyes.
Alex, John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at andersonwindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit andersonwindows.com for warranty details.
Bria's fashion boutique is the worst. First, they asked me if I needed help finding anything. Just because I'm gorgeous doesn't mean I need help.
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
Then they tell me they're having a sale. Oh, so you're assuming I'm poor. Cool.
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Also, they tried to give me the friends and family discount. I'm not your friend, so...
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
This week at Macy's, use your coupon or Macy's card and get an extra 20% off just in time for Valentine's Day. Save on top of already great deals, like 35 to 55% off dazzling diamonds, gemstones, and more. And sleek handbags and wallets from Kipling, Nine West, Inc., and more top designers. Now 25% off. Plus, Star Money bonus days are going on now. Learn more at Macy's.com/StarMoney. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Okay, we've got Rick here, a veteran in the league who's gone 0-2 the past Valentine's Days. Do you think he can pull off a win this year?
I always like an underdog, Bob, but I'm not sure about this guy.
He's passing aisle 3, picks up a bag of wings, he dodges the produce section.
But will he pick up the heart-shaped box?
Heading toward the candy aisle, he's picking up speed. Oh no, he chokes and heads straight to the checkout.
Unbelievable. This close to Valentine's Day.
Don't be a Rick. Make happy this Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped box of Russell Stover chocolates.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
Hi, I'm Tia. The upstairs-downstairs neighbor dynamic is so special. We have our own language. Like when I scream at my mom on the phone, the people downstairs bang on the ceiling to show their support. The nighttime's the best time to rearrange furniture. I call it midnight feng shui. And if I sleep through my alarm in the morning, they bang on my door to wake me. So thoughtful.
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor, but we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
These days, it's okay to do some things halfway, like wearing your pajama bottoms on a work call. But managing your prescriptions shouldn't be one of them. That's why CVS has a proprietary search tool to find ways that may help lower your prescription costs, and will deliver them for free. No wonder CVS customers are better than most at staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. Come in or call today and get a free prescription savings review at CVS. Savings vary. Not all patients eligible for savings. Delivery restrictions apply. Visit CVS.com for details.
Injured on the job? Insurance companies will turn their backs on you.
I deserve better.
Some employers just won't care. I deserve better. Call Martin Law. We wrote the book on workers' comp in Pennsylvania. Call today to arrange a free consultation. Our team will help you get the benefits you deserve. Call 215-587-8400. That's 215-587-8400. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers for over 40 years.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-279-8755. 800-279-8755. 800-279-8755.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I'm going to speak more in this upcoming segment than Carson Wentz has in the last 3 months.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I want to remind you that Flyers Weekly with Jason Martinez comes up tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. Mertitas. People found that hard to pronounce, eh?
It's Philadelphia, John. We have a long tradition of mispronouncing names.
People called him Martinez. It always confused me.
I think it happened during the Kevin Kolb era, and then it just carried on.
I had an Alshon Jeffries call on Saturday night.
How about
I did.
Asante Samuels?
Yeah.
Asante Samuels.
If Asante Samuels only could have been coached by Frank Sirianni, then it would be perfect.
They said nobody can get Terrell Owens down yet. It's Terrell.
By the way, T.O.'s on the list.
Okay, so you're on T.O. here. Because T.O.
Well, he mentioned the name.
Okay, here's what I would say is Saturday night, T.O. puts out a tweet, right? Freddie Mitchell and T.O. tweeted each other. By the way, Shemp and Curly are on social media tweeting at each other. And whoop, 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 spread out. Okay, and they said, hey, we got a big game tomorrow. Let's not have the quarterback out drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard that story from 3 different people that I trust, that I actually sort of believe it.
I don't not believe it. I just shut up already.
Well, Donovan's actions since that.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that gives you evidence.
Donovan shows up and he's your Uber driver. Run.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, just walk.
It's just
walk.
Just don't continue to pour lemon juice on that wound. Yeah, I'm just over it. Yeah.
You think they should bury the hatchet?
No, not bury the hatchet. Just shut up. I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm so removed from that hurt.
But they shouldn't care?
I could see Terrell Owens still being pissed.
I get why they care.
Well, they should care.
I just don't want to see about it anymore. I don't want to hear about it.
That pains you, but
I'm being selfish.
Their pain, believe me. Pat, I would say their pain of that incident is far more than Jamie Lynch's.
He had to sign over a waiver if he got injured. He comes back, it's 6 weeks after a broken ankle, and his quarterback was out drinking the night before. Allegedly.
Right.
The whole reason he came to Philly was to win a Super Bowl, and this guy, who, by the way, he has tried to bury the hatchet with before.
He has.
Won't do it.
He has.
Yeah. So at this point, he throws his hands up.
I think you're blaming the wrong person.
I'm not blaming anybody. I just don't care anymore.
Then mute him. Then
mute
don't
him.
follow him.
But then it ends up on...
Pull up your social media right now. Do you follow Freddie Mitchell and Terrell Owens?
Guaranteed he does. He follows Michael Young.
FedEx.
Do you follow Freddie Mitchell?
Freddie Mitchell, no.
Terrell Owens?
Terrell Owens, no. I followed neither, and it ended up on my timeline.
Somebody retweeted it.
It retweets, it gets
who
favorited.
Retweeted them?
I don't know.
Then here's what I think you need to do. Whoever retweeted it, delete them.
Yeah, but if people like it enough that you follow, it ends up on your timeline.
No, somebody has to retweet it.
No, it can show up from favorites. If enough people you follow favorite it, it can show up, and it'll say John Kincade and Bob Cooney liked this.
I don't do you favorite tweets?
Yeah, I do, for show purposes. If I see something I like, because then I can go back and find it easily.
Bob, you do not. I'm taking
No, not so much, no.
So, yeah, I don't know. I get why they're ticked, but I can't be alone and not caring anymore.
They should really consider Jamie's feelings next time.
They should. They should.
I got to tell you this. If I have a personal beef with somebody, I don't give a flip what you think. Especially when I thought
we were in the trust tree and I was airing it out here.
Especially when I've tried to fix it.
Yeah.
And
it's on them.
And the door was slammed closed on me, then I'm going to take the blowtorch to the relationship.
Yeah, I hear you.
At that point. I will take the blowtorch to it.
I can't be alone here.
Okay, here's what I'll ask Bob Cooney. Will Carson Wentz do the tell-all once he's gone?
I don't think so, no. I don't think he's that guy. I don't. I think he'll... Did he put out a tweet the other night saying thank you?
Not that I saw.
I thought I saw something. Maybe
Really?
I dreamt it. I don't know. I thought I saw something that said, thank you, CJ Wentz. Maybe, whatever. But, no, I don't think he's that guy, John. I don't. I think he'll go somewhere and he'll say, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to move forward. And, behind the scenes, I don't know if he will or not. But, no, outwardly, I do not think we'll hear it.
A gentleman here on social media is asking me to address what I was getting into it with the other day with Tyrone. Tyrone was calling a character assassination that people were talking about that this stuff came out about Carson Wentz. And I said, it's not, nobody has dispelled any of the stories that I was talking about, his being impossible to coach, the pointing fingers in the quarterback room, the thing. By the way, that also means people within the quarterback room were talking.
Yes.
So Howie Roseman is not in the quarterback room. So I've asked that question over and over. He is not in a quarterback meeting.
But he would be getting reports, right?
But the thing is, does the coach tell him that? A quarterback coach tell him that? So is press?
Well, I don't think press would.
Exposing somebody did. Who talked?
Somebody.
Who?
A lot of loose lips in that building. I don't know.
Jalen Hurts?
I doubt it.
It wasn't Sudfeld.
Press Taylor? Sudfeld. One of them talked. Because the quarterback meeting room, there are no stragglers, is how I was told. Because I said, okay, stuff was getting out about the quarterback meeting room. And I was assured that in the quarterback meeting room, it might be the offensive coordinator, might be the head coach. Other than that, it is the circle of trust room.
Mm-hmm.
There are no stragglers in there. No PR people are hanging out.
No.
Howie Roseman does not enter a position meeting ever, I was assured. He does not walk into
I would hope not.
Linebackers coaches getting together. The wide receiver room. Howie does not enter the crest of the door of one of those rooms. So if Howie's the one who's the source of the disinformation, this is where I can't believe I'm going to defend Howie Roseman.
Nate Sudfeld, loose lips.
Somebody in their own ranks talked.
Well, it's funny because if you look at where all the numbers were, where were all the hirings last year? You brought in multiple offensive gurus here, there, everywhere. Now, the rumblings had already started before this year, but what if a Marty Morningweg or a Scangarella was like, oh my God, what is up with this kid?
And
maybe they did.
Wouldn't Marty Morningweg have a lot of people in the local media that he has in his cell phone?
And where are the two of them right now?
Gone. And there's your leak.
Mm-hmm.
There's your leak. That would be my best speculation.
That makes sense.
That is where your leak. So, Bob, you were pointing out earlier today, we were trying to talk about it a little bit, that Wentz's numbers from the last 4 games last year.
Yeah, how the mighty have fallen, huh?
Compared to his numbers from this year, where's the truth?
Yeah, well,
in the middle, in the end?
If we're talking a football player, just a football player, which I know you can't, but I still do go to that more than anything else. I go to the football player, and can he help you win? Like, the fall off of Carson Wentz this year, he had 12 bad games. He had 12 bad games this year. I'm not going to deny that. But last year, you needed 4 wins in your last 4 games of the season to get to the playoffs. All he did was complete 68% of his passes, averaged 300 yards a game, went 4-0, had a 99 passer rating, a 100 quarterback rating.
Okay.
The team averaged 28 points. He had 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. All I'm saying is, it's unbelievable that a year ago, they were going in to play Seattle, and we were so excited to watch Carson Wentz in his first game, a serious playoff game, and now he sucks so bad he's getting shipped.
Can I ask you to do, though, the simple math? I think that was 2 Giants.
That was already given. It was a bad
Giants,
Washington, Dallas Giants.
Right. He played a lot of quarterbacks had 100 quarterback ratings against those teams.
Well, he was also throwing to the likes of Greg Ward.
Hope Greg's not listening this morning.
Well, no, that was his leading receiver. Nothing against Greg Ward, but even this year he wasn't like
to the likes of Greg Ward. Greg's not happy if he's running the Wawa this morning.
Deontay Burnett was also
He's feeling embarrassed.
Let me say, Greg Ward was by far his best receiver out there.
Yes,
and I'm not going to,
Greg Ward.
But
Greg Ward's going to Wawa going, screw Bob Cooney.
Screw you, Cooney.
Screw you, Cooney.
I'll show you.
The likes of Bob Cooney.
So for a bunch of that are saying that, he's out of here because he sucks. Wow, if that's the case, they only gave him 12 games after giving him $128 million.
Well, I think to that point, the draft selection of Jalen Hurts tells you they had concerns before that.
Yeah,
they had to.
Yeah. We're going to give them credit. We're going to give Howie enough credit to say he saw something coming.
Jalen Hurts' draft pick was not a mistake. Whether it was insurance protection for injuries or concerns about Carson Wentz, that was not a mistake draft pick.
Oh, no. There was an intention behind it.
Yes.
Hey, if you watch on twitch.tv or YouTube, we appreciate it. 97.5 The Fanatic. So with DJ Bonbon gone, who's running the show?
DJ Dylan McKinnon.
DJ Dylan.
Yeah, DJ Dylan.
There it is. So Dylan's running.
DJ, hello.
So Dylan's running the show this morning. You think the camera angles are as good? You think that is Dylan going to be able to do all
Big
the things
shoes
that
to fill.
Bonbon could do?
Dylan is like Mike Kafka.
He is?
Where, he came in during Andy Reid and you were like, oh, maybe we'll get another AJ Feely, and probably not. But one day he might be a good coach.
So he might get the big interview someday.
Yeah, we could trade him to Miami for a second-round pick.
Okay, so Dylan, you're on the clock here.
We'll be trading him to WOG.
All right. The Super Bowl last night.
Oh. Yeah, that happened.
That game sucked.
It was horrible.
It sucked. And by the way, what's with... I'm putting Chuck, the boss, in concussion protocol. I literally was being sarcastic back when he said, I like this game. This is a good game. I'm liking this. That game was a snore fest. That game was terrible. That was like Patriots-Rams Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes was off from the start. He missed a couple throws early. I think he's a little more banged up than maybe everybody knew. Obviously,
can the media say anything critical of Patrick Mahomes?
No, he's the anointed one.
I think Tony Romo is still saying, just in his sleep right now, that you can't count out Patrick Mahomes. He'll get the team back.
God, he said it was 6 minutes to go. It's 31-9. Well, if they have any chance, I'm like, are you nuts?
Well, remember, I'm just glad to see Tony Romo get to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I say that's always nice. For
Mahomes
Tony.
Apparently is a human.
I mean, sir. Patrick Mahomes had a bad day yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, and guess what? So did the offensive line.
Yes.
So did they. But Patrick
so did his
Mahomes,
receivers.
But Patrick. Oh yes.
Kelsey had
a bad drop right at the beginning.
Kelsey had his best. Kelsey had his the best game by a tight end ever in Super Bowl history. And I honestly, I remember. It just when
I think he had 2 drops
when they needed it too at the one. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Wide open.
It was funny. It was middle of the first quarter, maybe towards the end of it. And I was thinking of you guys because we talked about this last week. Does this feel like a normal Super Bowl?
No.
And watching it, I was like, I've seen other bad Super Bowls, and it's still only 7-3, but this just doesn't feel right. It didn't have that feeling.
How many people, Pat? You tend to have a critical eye. How many people were in that building yesterday? There's no way they were legitimately with the numbers.
Yeah.
I think there were twice as many people as they said were going to be in there.
I was surprised at how many. And then when they did the halftime show, there were a lot on the field, too.
And I don't know what...
It's a big stadium, so I just looked it up. It holds almost 66,000.
Which is a big stadium by NFL.
It's an average.
That's a normal size
I think it's less than half. I think it's in the bottom half of NFL seating.
I thought around like 62 was kind of average. I'll look into that.
There were more people.
It looked pretty packed.
They were supposed to have 25,000, right?
25,000.
There were more than 25,000.
7,000 were vaccinated.
They put those cardboard cutouts in there, which, by the way, were better than the Chiefs' offensive linemen. Andy asked if he could have a couple of them for the second half because really they would have done just the same job. But so halftime came.
And went.
Can we have because last night it became popular to go, everybody just always craps on the halftime show. So depending on, I don't care who the artist is, everybody wants to crap on it. That was crap on it worthy. That was not Super Bowl worthy halftime.
I don't think it was his fault though, because the audio quality was the worst I've ever heard.
It was bad.
It was so incredibly bad. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Like whoever was the audio engineer of that halftime show needs to get fired immediately.
He hired him.
Then he needs to fire him. I mean,
this was his.
We all make mistakes.
This is his hand-picked crew.
Well, you. This is your hand-picked crew. Sometimes you make mistakes. You realize that now.
Let's hope not. I mean, that show wasn't big enough for the Super Bowl.
I saw some people on Twitter saying his voice wasn't big enough to carry a stadium like that.
Correct.
I don't know if that's true. I think he's a very talented performer. I thought it was visually kind of cool, but we couldn't get over the fact that we couldn't hear him above the acoustics of the stadium.
He's not A-list.
Oh, he's A-list.
Yes, he is.
No.
Oh, he is.
Yes, he is.
He's a talented performer.
He's A-list.
Very talented performer. No, not in the mainstream.
He's young in his career for this.
I'm going to steer. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But he's still A-list.
No, you got to be to an A-list performer. They showed one of the Tampa TV stations or something showed people and said, "Who's this?" And they showed people. Paul McCartney, Bruce Springsteen.
Well, yeah, he's not them.
And then he's not A-list.
But he's A-list.
No, he's not.
He's today's standard A-list.
He's not.
They don't have anybody to go back to in the rock and roll well.
Jamie, they went to 35 and under people. They only were asking. It was one of the TV stations and one of the networks ran with it. They were showing them all the halftime acts. They found no one who could identify him by picture.
I don't think that doesn't make him A-list, though.
That doesn't. By the way, he is #1 in the world on Spotify right now.
Fine.
For listens. How is he not
He's
A-list?
a talented performer.
How many cuts did they not show of people that named him? You know what I mean?
No, the whole thing was that they were trying to get people. They were getting him. They had him on camera at the same time.
Was it live or was it edited?
Yeah, no, it was live. They had them all lined up in Ybor City, and they were doing all this Super Bowl stuff.
68 million listens a month.
Guess what? That's awesome. But doesn't
How
mean,
is he not A-list?
Because
the numbers say otherwise.
The numbers don't. People did not know that show was not Super Bowl worthy. It was not.
I just don't know, like, who else would, outside of hip hop, which we've talked about, and they should have.
Well,
but Jay-Z's turned him down.
We shouldn't say that. Outside of hip hop,
like Kanye West is deserving, but he's a wacko.
Can you count on him to not be a wacko?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I just don't know who else. There's no more obvious answers, so you have to start going outside the box a little bit.
And that's what they're doing. And when you go outside the box, you stroll from the A-list.
I don't think they went outside the box though. He's #1 on Spotify.
Outside the box in what we're used to, because he's young in his career.
Guess what, guys? The Super Bowl. What are his downloads? What percentage of his downloads are 30 and below?
Probably a lot.
Probably 70 to 80%.
The Super Bowl is the biggest worldwide event on television in every country. And guess what? The viewership is not all 30 and under.
So we need to cater to everybody 30 and over.
Well, you're catering to 30 and under.
No, you're catering to the next generation.
No, you're not. And you don't cater. And when you have an event that you want a big tent at, you do not go marginal. You do not. You go Big Ten.
So then don't go Rolling Stones, because I don't know many under 30-year-olds that are jamming with the Stones.
They know the Stones.
And do they like the Stones? Just because they know them?
It doesn't matter. If
oh my God, we're giving the weekend this much talk.
Guess what? It's the most talk that he's gotten. I mean, it's the most talk that he's gotten about this. That was not Super Bowl. That was. And what was with the? Well, seriously,
the masks
and the Super Bowl ads sucked. They sucked.
The best one were the T-Mobiles. I think we all agree on.
Yes,
right.
And this Costanza. Hoodie one.
And Tracy Morgan in a tub will always make me laugh.
Not Bob.
And the Will Ferrell one wasn't
but
bad.
The ads were not.
Will Ferrell looked. It took me a second to recognize him. If I didn't hear the voice, I'd have been like, "Yeah, I know."
They were
okay. Yeah.
They try now. It is absolutely apparent. We are either going to try to make social commentary in our Super Bowl ads, or we're going to try to not offend anybody. No one can be offended. We want to make sure that nobody's offended by any ad.
So you're putting down Springsteen? Is that what you're saying?
God. No, in the ads. They're trying
we're staying on comment.
That ad made me throw up.
Oh my God, it's just such crap.
Wait, you don't buy Bruce Springsteen as a rancher?
No, I don't buy Bruce Springsteen as a rancher, and I don't need. And guess what? I don't need Bruce Springsteen telling me how to vote.
But John, he wears
anything.
He wears jeans.
Yeah, he wears jeans. He's the everyman, right?
He's like me and you.
He's got his top down on his Wrangler.
Really?
And 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
He pumps his own gas.
Is he the everyman? I mean, is that
I've heard from people that live in the town up there that he is kind of every man in that town. Like, goes to the gym, goes to the coffee shop, doesn't have...
I had a buddy play pool with him when he was wildly popular. He just walked in, had a couple beers.
I do think
pool.
He's fairly down to earth for somebody of his magnitude, but that commercial sucks.
I'm just glad to see. Here's my social guidance. Bruce Springsteen, hearing him lecture me on anything.
I'm sure he's great, but that commercial sucked.
Oh, God, it was terrible. Pets Plus Natural doesn't suck. They're locally owned and operated for over 30 years. The Cuz loves them. Their #1 priority is to help your pets live happier, healthier, and longer lives. Curbside pickup and local home deliveries available at petsplusnatural.com. Do you know Anthony's dog's names?
Yeah. Does he have
Bootsy?
2 now? Bootsy's mine.
Bootsy's yours.
He has Prima.
Primo?
Prima.
Prima.
As in prima donna.
Oh, really?
Do they have a second dog now?
Yeah, Spags.
What are his dogs' names?
Spags and Matty Rule.
You're going to have some explaining to do.
What is it? Bob?
He might not be up.
Bob, dogs' names? Dogs' names?
Mine?
Yeah.
Rosie.
Rosie?
Yeah, that's it. I only have one.
Where
is that for Rosalita?
Where did Rosie come from?
Rosie was a rescue. My son Bobby rescued her. And
but
she's
she already
5
had
years
a name?
old. Yeah, she already had a name.
Bootsy was a rescue, and
So
she had that name.
You can't change a dog's name,
you can't.
right?
No, you can.
You can if the name sucks.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So, like, we got Bootsy, and I was
so
like,
if you
I
had
like
a dog named
Bootsy.
Springsteen, you'd change it.
That's a mouthful.
After that.
I changed it to the weekend.
But Bruce, that's a good name for a
That's
dog.
funny, Pat.
Bruce
is a good dog.
Yeah, it's a good
Donna
dog
had
name.
a dog named
Bruce
Bruce.
for a dog?
Yeah, I think that's a good dog name.
Yeah.
No.
Bruce.
Yeah, no, that's a good dog name.
Bruce. I think Bruce is on my list of guys' names that are the worst guys' names.
I feel it's a powerful name.
Todd.
I was hanging out with the Todd on Saturday night.
Todd's like the worst.
Todd.
Todd's like one of the worst guys' names.
Oh, I like
Todd.
Saturday Night Live from years ago.
It's
Todd.
Todd.
Yeah.
Todd. Like
I never met a bad Todd.
Todd's one of the worst names, though.
Todd DeFeo down the hall.
Todd
Great
DeFeo.
guy.
He's a
Yeah.
great Todd. Yeah,
Great
he's a
guy.
very
Todd
nice
names. What is there? Is there a worse name than that? Todd?
Probably.
Give me one.
John.
I can't think of one.
John's pretty bad.
Arthur.
The other Arthur.
I don't know.
Artie.
I've never given this any thought.
Can we get back to the weekend
I mean,
argument?
seriously, it's great.
Can we just talk sports?
Yes, you have the largest viewership in 25 to 54, and the largest viewership in 35 to 64 for 35 straight years is the Super Bowl. So that is why you do not pick an act that doesn't in any way interest those people. That's why you don't do it. Not because you don't think the guy's good. He's a very talented performer, obviously. It's not Super Bowl ad. It's not Super Bowl stage type of guy. Now, if you had 2 Super Bowls, this would be like the Nickelodeon show. You could have had him work the Nickelodeon show and then dumped like slime on him, and it would have been great for all the under 30s. Woo!
They missed out.
Do you know how many likes he gets on social media? Oh my gosh, the likes.
Yeah, he's an A-list.
All right, get up here. 610-632-0975.
Let's go to the Twitter poll.
Let's put a mask on. 610-632-0975.
Hashtag.
It's the epicenter of a tragedy, and we'll get to it next. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. My home team is Parks Casino. I was there yesterday. The Parks Casino Sportsbook app in the palm of my hand. In-game wagering, the game changer of all game changers. So now you can roll into college hoops season. You've obviously got pro basketball that you're thinking about. And before we know it, it's going to be baseball season too. You can get in on all the action right now. So many different ways to bet. You can bet on preseason odds too. You can bet online with the name you trust, though. Use the app and use it from Parks Sportsbook. Parks Sportsbook is fantastic. The Parks Casino Sportsbook is excellent. They have excellent customer service, props, parlays, teasers, and they're the local hometown sportsbook because they're right up the street in Ben Salem. And it was beautiful yesterday. Had a great time out there with the Cuz as we were enjoying the pregame. You got a risk-free bet of up to $500. Check the website for details. You can bet with Pennsylvania's home team sports betting app. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. And if you got a gambling problem, I want you to call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
Every player matters, and finding the right person can make all of the difference. After Dwight Howard chose Orlando over New Jersey, the Nets turned their sights to Portland and completed a trade for small forward Gerald Williams. The trade included sending Mamet Okor, Sean Williams, and a first-round pick to Portland. That first-round pick, the 6th overall, turned into Damian Lillard. Lillard went on to win the Rookie of the Year and is a 5-time NBA All-Star.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
As the basketball season rolls along, teams are already identifying the missing pieces they need to make a championship run. If your business needs some fresh new talent, LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
In every relationship, there's a short list of forgivable offenses, but missing the most romantic day of the year isn't one of them. Valentine's is here, so don't wait. Head to 1-800-Flowers.com today. Right now, 1-800-Flowers has last-minute offers for our listeners. Get 24 multicolored roses for $34.99, or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. All roses from 1-800-Flowers are picked at their peak, cared for every step of the way, and shipped fresh to ensure lasting beauty. Order now and get 24 multicolored roses for $34.99, or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. Get right to the romance this Valentine's and find the way to wow with 1-800-Flowers.com. to order 24 multicolored roses for $34.99 or upgrade to 24 red roses for only $10 more, go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon and enter code KJZ. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code KJZ. Don't wait, guys. This offer expires Wednesday. It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Okay, we've got Rick here, a veteran in the league who's gone 0-2 the past Valentine's Days. Do you think he can pull off a win this year?
I always like an underdog, Bob, but I'm not sure about this guy.
He's passing aisle 3, picks up a bag of wings, he dodges the produce section.
But will he pick up the heart-shaped box?
Heading toward the candy aisle, he's picking up speed. Oh no, he chokes and heads straight to the checkout.
Unbelievable. This close to Valentine's Day.
Don't be a Rick. Make happy this Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped box of Russell Stover chocolates.
When's the last time you looked at your bathroom? Second thought, you might not want to make eye contact with that old faucet. It's time to head to Lowe's for some home improvement. Choose from stylish brands like American Standard, Delta, and Style Selections, and transform your before bathroom into an amazing after bathroom. Woohoo! You can't see her, but she's high-fiving herself. Don't just do it yourself. Do it for yourself. Stop by Lowe's or visit Lowe's.com/DIFY for vanities starting at $99. Valid through 3/31 U.S. only.
Did you know carbon monoxide is odorless and invisible, and the only way to detect carbon monoxide is to install carbon monoxide alarms? CO alarms should be installed on every level and in every bedroom. And remember, alarms don't last forever, and it's important to replace them every 5 to 10 years. First Alert has been protecting homes and families since 1958 and encourages you to learn more about carbon monoxide safety at firstalert.com and visit Lowe's stores to purchase First Alert alarms.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades and built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty for a performance like no other. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 straight years. And right now, don't miss out on all the great offers on the entire lineup of Ford trucks. Go to buyfordnow.com, then get to your local Ford store. Best-selling claim based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total savings.
Deanna got some really bad news from the IRS.
They said you owe quite a bit of money. They told me the possibilities of garnishing my wages, taking my house, taking my car.
Deanna found out about Optima Tax Relief. They've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax saved my life.
Call Optima now for a free consultation. Call 800-279-8755. 800-279-8755.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next. And bounce forward. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Campbell here, serial entrepreneur. I started my first business in the basement of a factory over 30 years ago. We had no heat and no air conditioning. Instead of customers, our office visitors were rats, birds, flies, and snakes. Our office flooded often, and we used blankets as our office walls. We were broke and needed help. That's why I created Patriot Software, to help small business owners with simple payroll for 1 to 100 employees. And if you need help, we will help you for free. Go to patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
I grew up the least bougie of every single person on this show.
Yeah, no, you're
And it's
totally
not
wrong
close.
there.
No, it's not close.
Trust me, you don't know how I grew up. Trust me. I
least
agree you weren't bougie.
The least bougie
You weren't.
of this. I mean, seriously, John
Past tense.
Kincade Show. Here on
Yeah, now you have a
here on
stylist.
97.5 The Fanatic. Excuse me. I had to betray Adam Joseph this weekend.
I was a little disappointed.
I'm worried about you, too.
I had to get my hair cut. And so I said, I need to go to a stylist that I know trusts. Like somebody that trusts their head of hair. Who would be somebody that would be highly critical?
Not me.
Highly critical person that would absolutely demand excellence and would not settle for a half-assed effort. So I texted Mikey Miss and said, Mike, your hair.
What salon do you go to?
Your hair's on point today. I said, your hair's looking on point today. And he goes, dude, I said, I need a haircut badly.
You looked right past your own showmates and went to Mike.
Well, I look at, who am I looking at? Do I want to look like Egan? If I want to look like Egan, I could just roll out of bed and not do anything with my hair.
Yeah, you got the military buzz cut going.
Coach has.
I cut my own hair.
I bet, Coach, you have the same haircut I bet you had in 1998.
Coach's hair doesn't grow. Did you ever notice that? I never noticed him get a haircut
it's like
or
a
anything.
G.I. Joe doll.
He uses a Flowbee.
It's like a G.I. Joe doll. It's the same.
Flowbee.
But if I, Coach, if I saw pictures of you from 98, 2008, 2018, it's the same style in it.
No, I went over to the side.
Really?
He used to have a flock of seagulls cut.
I've seen.
Did he really?
Oh, I
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I had a good mullet.
Oh, I had the flow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen pics of Coach from back in the day.
Do you have any of them?
You ever see the movie The Lost Boys?
Yes. You're all.
Yeah.
Believe me.
That's how I look.
That's what I wanted to name this show after I met these guys. I can tell you that.
Not
much.
far
It was
off.
Strange.
I thought you had a hair, dude.
I do. No, I don't.
No, I thought you did. I thought a mutual friend of ours.
Oh, I did not. I've been told that person
Appointment only?
is the hardest person to get to in town. I needed the haircut. I couldn't go any longer with it.
Yeah, you were so happy. I mean, you texted us at like 10:30 in the morning.
It's terrible. I said I got to get it done. 7 a.m. hour is brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice. You've heard me talk about it, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download it, parkscasino.com/PA, and use the promo code FANATIC. 7 o'clock hour begins, and there will be fireworks. However this Carson Wentz exit story is written in the coming days, do not ever try to spin it to me that he was the person that was not at the epicenter of the tragedy that unfolded. This story begins and now likely ends at his doorstep. I do not want to hear about my quarterback's hurt feelings, or any of his feelings for that matter. I don't give a flip what my quarterback feels. Was he respected? Did he feel loved? I don't want to even hear whispers that a statue put up by an advertising sponsor damaged his psyche. I don't want my quarterback feeling above critique. How many quarterbacks have been hampered by bad front offices, bad coaching staffs, bad coordinators? And how many of them let their displeasure be known through whisper campaigns? How many of them do that off of 3 straight playoff seasons? Spoiler alert, the answer is none. So before any of the stories come out this week and Carson Wentz exits this town, let it be known. Carson Wentz, the victim, give me a freaking break. That's where we begin the 7 o'clock hour with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach Eric Camille. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. There's the one narrative that's not going to play, and it is not going to play. The epicenter of the Carson Wentz relationship, organizational fallout, it starts and ends at his door. There were mistakes made. There were problems. But Carson Wentz, Bob, he is the one responsible. In the end, he's the one responsible.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I don't care about the feelings. I don't care about if he was hurt that Jalen Hurts was taken.
Oh, I'm hurt.
All of that stuff.
By the way,
I don't care about.
By the way, tweets were sent out the day after. Carson didn't like the pick. Carson didn't like the pick.
I heard he was outraged.
By media members.
I heard from somebody that's in the know that he was beyond pissed.
Okay, so...
Would you expect him to be happy?
No, I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't expect it. I absolutely would not expect him to be happy.
Yeah,
I absolutely know this, though, is that the amount of quarterbacks, the amount of quarterbacks that I've had exposure to in my career, the amount of things I've watched, I have seen guys ravaged by front offices that don't produce 3 straight postseason teams, that don't produce a Super Bowl champion, that never frickin' open their mouth about, I'm displeased with the general manager.
Yeah.
I'm displeased with this draft pick. I'm displeased with the statue in the foyer. So I was pointed out yesterday, and I had a media member who was kind enough to do it for me, sent me different sourced voices that Carson was pissed about the statue.
Oh.
And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This is not a leader. That's not a leader. So do not paint to me any kind of Carson the victim.
Yeah, I can't say Carson's the victim when you've used multiple draft choices to try to put talent around. You've done everything you could to try to make him a better player, to try to make him that $128 million or whatever guy that you're looking at. There's still just part of me that there's got to be something more. It can't just be if he's ignoring coaches and all that stuff. Oh, that's horrible. But you got rid of the coaches. So there's something more to this, John. I really believe than just he was a malcontent and he didn't listen and he was upset all the time. So therefore we had to get rid of him. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's clear now that the real disconnect with Carson and the organization is between Carson and the front office. I just have if I was to guess here, I would say him and Doug weren't perfect, but they weren't breakup worthy. I think something bigger is going on. And if it never comes out, all you can assume is that it was because of failed draft picks in the Jalen Hurts selection. And if that's the case, I mean, it's pathetic.
I was assured by someone that I trust completely that absolutely not was Carson Wentz behind getting Doug Peterson fired.
Yeah, I think Doug
100%
shot himself in the foot.
100% that it was not Carson getting him fired. It was not Carson going to management ever. That any kind of talk of that was not true.
Yeah, I think that's probably been overblown.
That leads you to Howie. That leads you to where Howie is. As far as right now.
Do you think that did Howie go into this offseason thinking I got to get rid of them both?
I hope not.
Because think about that. I can't look at what we're just seeing here. Howie Roseman, the season got over, and I think we all agreed that Doug and Carson couldn't be together anymore, right?
Correct.
So he gets rid of the coach, and he gets rid of the quarterback? Was that the game plan? I think the big question here is, well, what happened? What made this breakup? But the other one is, does Howie have a game plan at all? Because I'm telling you, on that final, when the final gun sounded on that last game, I really don't think it was in his mind saying, Doug's got to go and Carson's got to go. I think he's flying by the seat of his pants.
I don't know what their plan is, or if they even have one. They might be figuring this out day by day.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
This is so terrible. It's so terrible.
It's a disaster.
This does not in any way absolve Howie.
No.
Absolve Jeff Lurie. Absolve any of them from their wrongdoing. But I can tell you this, Matt Stafford just went to the Rams. Matt Stafford has been terrorized by some horrendous coaching of his career.
Sure.
His front offices, his personnel picks in drafting. Matt Stafford didn't talk out against his franchise. Matt Stafford didn't sulk and bitch and moan and say, get me out of here. He didn't even mention displeasure till after his 10th season. That's how a professional conducts themselves.
Yeah, but when did Wentz talk bad about the Eagles?
It's the whisper campaign.
He's
he absolutely did.
He's asked out. That's talking bad about them.
That's talking bad. He's asked out. By the way,
Matt Stafford asked out.
He asked out after 10 years, 11 years.
Not year one of his contract.
11 years. And guess what? Not after he signed his first big contract extension and got his upfront money. He didn't ask out. No, and he had terrible general managers. He didn't have playoff seasons.
Carson Wentz is a terrible general manager.
He had a general manager that got to the postseason 3 years in a row. How many general managers in football got to the postseason 3 years in a row?
That devoid the franchise of talent and
how many
got them in cap
general
hill?
managers got to the postseason
John,
3 years in a row?
If you're really going to argue that Howie Roseman's a good GM,
we just said, you see, you're not listening to the show.
No, I am.
But, Pat, you are not listening to the show you're on.
I am.
You're not, because I just said, this does not absolve Howie from his mistakes. It does not. So don't start painting a story that I'm saying something different. Listen to the show you're doing. I just finished the sentence before with this does not absolve Howie from his errors. This does not clear him. This does not say that he's good. What this does, though, is that plenty of players in the NFL are terrorized by bad general managers, bad draft picks.
And my point is that Howie Roseman's a bad general manager.
And guess what? We're not disagreeing.
Yes, we all agree.
We're talking about this, though. They don't come out and burn their organization to the ground after cashing the big check.
Look, I guess it's where we differ. I don't think Carson Wentz is burning the franchise to the ground.
Yes, he is.
Why?
He's asked out.
I'm sorry, we disagree. I don't think that he's burning the organization to the ground.
He's leaving them with a $34 million dead cap hit.
How is that not?
They don't seem to be real, excited to make it work.
How is they not? There's nothing making it work when someone doesn't.
You can't talk them out of a trade request.
Did you ever have a relationship with a woman who you wanted it to continue and she did?
John, you're going to the wrong source.
Yeah, she didn't want it to continue.
I mean, if we're talking about a relationship with a woman,
every one of us at some point in their lives has dated someone or something that we wanted it to continue and they did.
Sure.
And guess what? When someone doesn't want to date you,
it's over.
It's over. Move on.
But see, I think it can be salvageable.
No, it's not.
It can't be salvageable if somebody's not listening. If someone doesn't have their listening ears on, then they don't. It's not salvageable.
And to your point about basically Wentz being petulant, he doesn't really have a say in failed draft picks.
No.
Like, that can't be the deciding factor of why you're screwing over a franchise. Let's call it what it is.
It is.
Because he's leaving them with a record by $12 million, an NFL record of dead cap money.
The worst ever that a player is forcing their way out. And it's not close.
And if it's because of Jalen Reagor and not Justin Jefferson and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf, I hate to say this, you're pathetic.
Hey, our friends at Liberty Mutual Insurance, they're not pathetic. They know that nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance. Liberty Mutual customizes your insurance so you only pay for what you need. Customize and save with our friends from Liberty Mutual. And a reminder that tonight, the Flyers game tomorrow has been switched.
As long as they're not playing the Bruins, they're good.
No, it's been switched to 6 p.m. tomorrow versus the Caps. You can hear the game on the Fanatic starting at 5:50 tomorrow. And tonight, you get Flyers Weekly with Jason Martinez tonight from 6 to 7 p.m.
Nice.
So you get that on the station. That was my first two wagers yesterday.
Yeah, I saw you. You had a nice little
Flyers and over. You had
Flyers goal line.
Flyers goal line.
Nice.
And over because I just thought, and Pat, we were talking about it before the show today. I just looked at it and said, that Caps team is horrendous.
The over strategy, Cotton.
Bad goaltending.
The over in Flyers games seems like a good bet most times.
How much is it hitting? Like 70% of the time?
It's gotta be.
I'd have to look, but yeah.
Because yesterday, they've adjusted it up to the 6 yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is a dicey number.
Sure.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was a real bold move of you to take not only the over, but the puck line to me was the biggest one. Because there's a lot of one-goal games in hockey nowadays.
Oh, my gosh.
6 o'clock start. I love that tomorrow night.
It's perfect.
Isn't it? Isn't
All
it great?
I love it.
That's the Lynch. It's the way it works.
Yeah, but wait till Jamie realizes what time the Sixers start, and then he'll start complaining.
Jamie, we skipped it last hour, but we're not skipping it now. In the linchpin, Jamie says this possibly cannot happen.
This is the linchpin.
If the Bears are to trade, this is if they are to trade for Carson Wentz, there's absolutely no way on earth Ryan Pace can keep Nick Foles on that roster.
Why? The two combined for a Super Bowl just 3 years ago, Jamie Lynch.
And I hate to
You telling me that Susie Sunshine wouldn't be in the corner rocking, sucking his thumb?
They would have to move or cut Nick Foles in some capacity, whether they throw him in as a bag of balls on the trade here, trade them somewhere, anywhere. There's no way the Chicago Bears could have both those quarterbacks on the roster.
Wouldn't it be fun to watch that?
It would be hilarious.
Oh, I'd love it.
Is it a middle finger?
Kinda.
If they take Foles back in the deal that sends Wentz out of town, is that a middle finger?
To Wentz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's such a baby middle finger. Like if Howie put it up, I would snap it in half immediately if he put up that middle finger.
It's a baby middle finger.
There's no way he can bring Nick Foles back here.
Open your heart.
Right?
There's no way.
I wouldn't say no way.
Oh, my God.
There's
Because
absolutely a way.
Because Chicago's gonna want to force them on you.
Do you know what we're gonna be forced every week? There's gonna be the caller. Oh, Foles needs to start this week. Hurts was completed 52% of his passes. We got to get Foles in there, baby. He won the Super Bowl for us. You know that's going to be the call.
This organization does not understand optics. They took Jalen Hurts in the second round.
No, they just don't care about them.
Having no idea what it would do to Wentz or the franchise or the fan base. Like, they don't get it.
You know
or
why?
did they?
You know why they don't?
I really don't think they get it.
You know why they don't care about optics? Because they're not held accountable.
Yes.
Because you know what? They have lemmings like me.
Yeah, and me.
Who are going to be there no matter what, that are going to every year run that credit card, buy tickets, buy gear. So they look at me. They look at me and they say, "You're on it. You are not important to us." They much like they look at media outlets that don't kiss their ass.
Yes.
Very similar.
Yes.
That's the same. We don't have to cooperate with you because we've got our own Pravda. We've got somebody that can get the messages out.
Yes.
So, I mean, to me, they don't care.
I've said for a little over a year now that arrogance is their biggest problem. They are not self-reflective. They don't care about the majority of fans and media and whatever, and they're just arrogant, and it's not a good look.
Like, and this is going to sound horrible.
Let it out, Bobby.
I don't need them to care about the fans. Like, I hear all these outside things. Put together a damn football team. Look like you know what the hell you're doing. And that shows me that you care about the fans. They are the most dysfunctional organization right now, maybe in all of sports. Think about what they've done over this last month and a half. I mean, you have one of the worst GMs in all of sports right now who just made a decision to get rid of your head coach who won a Super Bowl 3 years ago. And your starting quarterback, who you signed to $120+ million a couple years ago.
The quarterback made that decision.
Okay, but this is where your organization's going.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have made that decision if your organization was being run properly.
You want to get in with us, 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Who do we thank for the linchpin?
Oh, of course. It's brought to you by Family and Company Jewelers. Valentine's Day is almost here. Get her a gift she'll be proud to show off. Visit Family and Company Jewelers in Marlton or online at FamilyJewelers.com. Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Pat Egan, why do you believe Wentz not speaking is a benefit?
All right, let me say this and then duck because I'm going to hit shrapnel from all three of you guys. So Deshaun Watson puts out his trade request. He's made it painfully obvious in the public that he wants out. The Houston Texans are doing the normal thing by saying, well, we don't have to trade you and we can keep you, and because they want to keep the value, and Deshaun Watson is saying, yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to be here. He's pulling a Magic Johnson. Carson hasn't done that, though. He hasn't spoken at all. And it's obvious that he has requested a trade behind the scenes. But the fact that he hasn't said so out publicly, the fact that it hasn't leaked out that he has 1,000% requested a trade, gives the Eagles leverage to get more in a deal for Carson Wentz than the Houston Texans were to get for Deshaun Watson. Like, if Deshaun Watson had never put out publicly that he requested a trade, then they probably get more. But as soon as you put out, I want out, then your leverage, goes to hell, basically, and you're not going to get as much in a trade. So
I know what you're saying. Everybody in NFL circles knows that Carson Wentz has put a gun to the head of this franchise and said, I'm out of here. I will literally burn this building down. I will literally make it so uncomfortable for you that you've got to move me. So nobody in NFL circles is surprised. They know exactly what's going on. It's just Carson that doesn't have the cojones to just stand up and do what Deshaun Watson's done.
Yeah, see, I just don't see it like that, I guess. I look at it like Deshaun Watson is handling it where he's...
his truth?
Look, he is. And you can handle it however you want as a quarterback, but... I look at it like Deshaun Watson is putting them in between a rock and a hard place. The Eagles can still say, look, we can keep him. I mean, we can convince him to come back. He's disgruntled now, but He's not sitting there and pouting and doing all this and that. They can get more value than the Houston Texans are going to get for Deshaun Watson, who is not coming out.
But he is sitting there and pouting and doing all that.
And they won't get more
Carson
value.
is doing all
He's
those
just not
things.
talking.
No, Carson is doing all those things. It's been depicted to you. And by the way, none of his teammates have come out and dispelled those rumors.
What, that he wants out?
That he was a petulant child, that he was sulking, that he was upset about the statue, that he was upset that Jalen Hurts was drafted, that he was pissed that somebody didn't get picked in the draft that he wanted drafted. So he is a petulant child. He is.
And Houston's still going to get a king's ransom.
And not one teammate has spoken.
I think that Houston could get more than what they're going to get had Deshaun. You don't think that if Deshaun Watson never comes out and says, I'm not coming to training camp.
Quarterback desperation in the NFL is real. And teams will always pay for somebody like Deshaun Watson, whether he says something or not. It's not going to change.
You're going to get a first-round pick for a guy who John just described, a petulant child, could be around the NFL, and had a horrible season last year. You're going to get a number one. You're going to get a number one pick.
By the way, I'm not convinced.
I think they will get a first.
I'm not convinced at all that they will.
I think they'll get more than a first.
You think they're going to get more than a first?
I think it's a player and a first.
Yeah.
A player and a first. What are you talking about? A broken down running back?
Perhaps maybe a linebacker. Some teams.
So in other words, you're
quarterback.
You're taking a backup quarterback. You're taking a broken down backup quarterback. A broken down running back, and a first round pick.
Well,
which will be late.
Carson Wentz is hijacking the franchise.
20th.
You don't have a lot of options.
I think it's 20th.
Yeah.
Is the pick,
Yeah.
I think.
20th is
19th
the
and the Bear. 19 is Indianapolis. 20 is the Bears.
No, it's 20 and 21.
That is loss.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That is
I thought it was
loss.
I think I looked it up yesterday.
That is
Bears
a
are
loss.
20 and
you want to get in with us, you can. 610-632-0975. What was the divide between Carson and Howie? Let's go to some theories, plus your phone calls next. It's the John Kincade Show. This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
One of the things I just love about betting on basketball is I'm always finding new player props or game props that I like. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is you can combine these props with other bets from the same game to score an even bigger payout. It's my favorite bet. I've been telling you all the time, the same game parlay, where you can get massive payouts. Sixers are on the road on the West Coast this week. Take a look at some of those things. You have great stuff. Money lines, spreads. You got over-unders on different players. And right now, new and existing users can get up to $25 back each day if your parlay falls one leg short with same-game parlay insurance. You heard that right. Every day you can do it. That's why I love FanDuel, and that's why I bet on FanDuel all the time. You know what to do. You can look 2, 3, 4 games a night. It's so easy to use. You get fast withdrawals, odds boosts, live betting. Everything is just so easy on FanDuel. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today to try same-game parlay and use promo code Bob at sign-up. That is promo code Bob. Must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $25. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
A look ahead to this week in Philly sports, brought to you by Comcast Business. Bounce forward.
The Sixers are on the hardwood 3 times this week. Tuesday versus the Kings, Thursday versus the Blazers, Saturday versus the Suns. Hear all 3 games on 97.5 The Fanatic. The Flyers are back on the ice Tuesday in Washington and Thursday and Saturday at home versus the Devils.
When the unexpected comes calling, bounce forward with Comcast Business. Get internet speeds of up to a gig and a network with added security. Learn more at ComcastBusiness.com.
When you're running a business, you don't have time to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get fast, reliable internet from Comcast Business on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. You can add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge to help eliminate threats. And enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing 24/7 support is just a phone call away. It's internet and advanced security made simple, so you can bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge for just $79.99 a month for 24 months with a 3-year agreement. Plus, get a $200 prepaid card when you switch today. Call 1-800-501-6000 to learn more. Offer ends 2/28. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business customers only. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees extra. Subject to change. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Call for details.
I hate Steven Singer.
I get that a lot.
You know why?
Why?
Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied.
So, how can I help you?
Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
It's free, and your rose is guaranteed for life.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I am often asked, what is the value of my case? The answer, of course, depends on your injuries, liability, and the damages to you financially. And it also very much depends on the law firm you hire to represent you. Many times, firms are hired without much thought or research. All firms are not the same, not even close. I know of firms and lawyers who haven't tried a case in years, maybe never. The insurance company knows who they are, too. Some lawyers need the money more than you do. Go to forthepeople.com and look at our verdicts in court. Here you will see injuries just like yours. You will see what the insurance company offered and, more importantly, what a jury decided. You will have an idea what your case may be worth in our hands. And just because you've already hired a lawyer doesn't mean you can't fire them before it's too late. Happens all the time. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been here at your time of need. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. On your cell, dial pound law, that's all.
Offices, Philadelphia.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Okay, we've got Rick here, a veteran in the league who's gone 0-2 the past Valentine's Days. Do you think he can pull off a win this year?
I always like an underdog, Bob, but I'm not sure about this guy.
He's passing aisle 3, picks up a bag of wings. He dodges the produce section.
But will he pick up the heart-shaped box?
Heading toward the candy aisle. He's picking up speed. Oh, no, he chokes and heads straight to the checkout.
Unbelievable. This close to Valentine's Day.
Don't be a Rick. Make happy this Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped box of Russell Stover chocolates.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
Hey, it's Rick from upstairs. Yeah, I take it seriously. When I play R&B at 1 a.m, that's me saying, hey, I'm here for you. And I enjoy repetitive bass lines. I only use expired batteries in my smoke detectors. Nice, right? Yeah, upstairs neighbors help people forget their troubles. Give them something else to focus on. Ooh, want to see how high I can jump?
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor.
No, wait, let me try again.
But we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Hey, it's John Kincade from my friends at T-Mobile, and I've been a T-Mobile customer now for so long. Why? Because I don't have to jump around. I don't have to try to find the latest and the greatest rate plan. I never have to worry about my T-Mobile device being able to be connected anywhere all over town. Because when T-Mobile and Sprint merged, they created the best network right here in Philadelphia. Now, I've been gone for a while, so I'm learning about new restaurants and new ways to get around town. So I'm always using my device for maps or trying to find out the to-go menu so I can be able to scan a barcode. My T-Mobile device always has to be available to me. It always has to be connected. And I always have to know that the girls can get in touch with me wherever I might be. That's the reason I'm a satisfied T-Mobile customer. I think you're going to want to do the same thing too. So I want you to check out T-Mobile.com. Find out where your carrier's lacking and where T-Mobile can bring you the latest and the greatest in connectivity at amazing prices. Go to T-Mobile.com on the web to check it out. And remember, coverage may not be available in some areas.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 97.5thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
It's really good to be back home in Philly, but do not believe anyone who tells you winter doesn't really suck.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
And can I just do a little geography lesson?
To whom? I love geography.
Okay, I hate geography. I'm terrible at it.
Okay.
But I've had quite a few people come up to me and say, knowing that I've come home, I've met friends, family that I haven't seen since I've been home. And they say to me, yeah, you brought the snow with you. I'm like, I came from Atlanta. I did not bring the snow with me.
Oh,
this is
we
terrible.
didn't know you lived in Atlanta.
This is terrible. This weather, by the way, this winter is the winter that everybody told me, you guys don't have these anymore.
I don't think this is that bad. Is that?
Well, we had nothing
The
last
last two
year.
have been dead.
This is right now, I believe, if I saw Channel 6 right last night, we've had more measurable snow since December 1st than we had the previous 3 years combined.
Yeah, that could be right.
They've been very
and guess
mild
what?
lately.
And we're going to get more. So this is going to end up being one of those periods of time that it's significant.
I usually find snow to be a complete pain in the ass, and I only enjoy it if I'm like skiing or something. But I've really enjoyed this year's for some reason.
Well,
really?
You got to pal around the hotel with us.
Well, yeah.
Well, there was that,
All right.
and maybe my daughter and playing and building snowmen with her has changed
that's
things.
cool.
But like even driving wise and commute, I haven't found it to be a pain in the ass
Do
yet.
you want to build a snowman?
My snowman
I
sucked.
said, it was, by the way, I drove Ben Salem in the heat of the storm yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing on 95.
No, it wasn't sticking to the roads at
It
all.
was like a
wet.
slushy.
It was slush.
It was heavy.
We
It was
probably got
heavy.
5 or 6 inches at my house.
Yeah, we got.
It came down.
It was a
Yeah,
lot
we got
better than I
pretty
thought
good.
it would be.
What was, yesterday?
Yeah, the roads and whatnot, because I had
Yeah,
to come
the
in.
roads
And,
were, oh, so you were here.
yeah, I had to come in for the Flyers game. So I was coming in when it was getting.
I was in the heat
Cold
of the
bad.
storm. Yeah, I mean, I got to Parks, and it was so funny because they were like, the client was like, well, are you coming? And I'm like, I'm already here. I
Yeah.
was there. I said, wait a minute. I got a chance to play cards. I got a chance to I found my mom's favorite slot machine.
Which is
Oh,
what?
nice.
It's this game where you roll dice. It's called like hot dice or something.
Okay.
And my mom would say to me, I like that one that you get the fish. Like she liked the fish game. That there's like a fish where you go fishing. So my mom would play slots. That's all she played. And my wife, same way, play slots. So I sign up for my Parks Casino card and for the first time, and I get a $10 free play on the slots. So I said, okay, I'm going to play $10 of slots. I found I searched the whole place, and I found it.
Nice.
Good for you.
And I sat there, mom's machine, and walked away. 10 turned into 27.
There you go.
So it was a little.
Thanks, Mom.
A little bit of that. Mom was.
I said she didn't leave you enough money. She's giving you more,
and then
huh?
I took 2 of those 10s, and bet on the Flyers,
Nice.
and turned that into when I walked out. Their $10 free play turned out to be $51.
And you take that to the blackjack table?
Wow.
The blackjack table was a $10 loss for
Okay.
the so
That's not bad. That's fine.
yeah, that's not bad. But it was 60 ahead, 30 down, 50 ahead, 20 down, there was no trend. There was no trend. Like it was literally kicking the beanbags 4 straight hands. And
did anybody at the table screw you over?
No. By the way, very impressed. Philadelphia card players.
All right.
Much more impressed. Not a lot of chit chat. Don't want the chit chat. Little nods at each other. Thumbs up is a good gesture.
Yeah.
Do you try to count?
Yeah. Try to.
I was about to say, yeah. You
I mean, everybody. That's the point of the game is you're trying to.
No, but he knows that Sheldon is such a nerd that. Yeah. I keep an eye on the deck.
Sure.
On the shoe very closely.
Yeah, as you
very
should.
Very closely. But I can't. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
They can tell by my players' cards.
The MIT crew.
They can tell that I am not a qualified card counter.
Yeah, I think everybody, to Jamie's point, tries, and then you kind of give up after one hand when you can't follow it because it's too quick. But I could see you trying the entire shoe.
Yes, the entire shoe. There are 24 aces in that shoe. There are 24 aces in the shoe. So you know that going in.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 96 values of 10 in the shoe, I believe. It's 96. Right. So then you just watch the shoe and you say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's 88. There are 88 values of 10 left on the board. There's 1 ace, and now there's 23 aces left in. So it just gives you a little thing, and that's not illegal to do that.
No.
There's nothing illegal about that. But
can't stop you from thinking.
To think, right.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it. There is a lot of people that are jonesing for the smoking, though. Because you can't smoke in the casinos.
Yeah.
Which, by the way.
Yeah, I love it. I can go somewhere and my clothes don't smell like an ashtray afterwards.
Because I got to tell you, I walk out, I live right on Marijuana Alley, right at Weed Avenue and Marijuana Alley.
I know where you live. That is not the case.
Yes, it is. It's Marijuana Avenue, and the cross street is Weed Alley. Because literally, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, I bump into him every time I walk on the street.
In Coolsville,
outside
USA.
My car. It's like, dude. Yeah, but the thing is, though, Shaggy looks like Bob and I more at this place, kind of. Not on the weekend, though, and I'm not talking about that horrible halftime act. That was the amount of youngsters that were in this weekend into the weed dispensary.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
You keep your eye on it, don't you?
No, it's just as you can see who the crowd. Bob, there's crowds.
Do you want to venture over or what? No, you sure?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hello, fellow kids.
There are crowds walking in.
This just in, people like weed.
Well, I mean, it's incredible, though. But I'm surprised that the clientele does look much more
towards our age,
40 to 60.
Yeah,
much more than 20 to 40.
Well, because I think the 40 to 60-year-old's been waiting for this for their entire life.
They don't have to go buy dime bags off their friends' sketchy sons.
Exactly.
Well, where are the 20 to 40-year-olds buying it?
Probably
they're the ones growing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're getting it from their sketchy sons.
So now the older crowd just goes legal, and they don't have to deal with the sketch.
It's Marijuana Alley. It's Marijuana Street. The crossroad is Weed Alley.
Sounds like we need a show outing to Marijuana Alley.
It truly is. It truly is.
Get Bob on some edibles.
So Jamie, what was if you're theorizing what was the divide between Carson and Howie? What was it?
It's the $1 million question.
It is. Do you bet within 24 hours? By the way, Bob, there's 3 different people responding. Within 24 hours, 3 Eagles beat writers will tell us what the divide was.
Now I think
that isn't going to happen by people getting a phone call. Carson's gone? Okay, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Now,
you and the caller, or you and the tweeter know more about the insides of
I am concerned about what comes out this week because Howie.
You're saying you give 100% integrity on that.
Not 100% integrity.
There are people lining up to say.
I don't think people. Honest to God, and we should. And Jamie, I'm sorry. We should. We should talk to these writers that we think, oh, you're all sitting on something. I really don't think anybody is sitting. I'm just telling you, I never did it. I would never sit on a keg of dynamite that this is and say, well, I'll put it out there as soon as Carson's dealt.
What if you think it's going to damage the relationship?
Of whom?
Of your sources.
Well, I know, and I saw a tweeter say, you have to consider the size of the story. And if it's a story that big, but if it's a story that big, it's a major source. So, if my source is Jeffrey Lurie, okay, the owner, and he says, look, this is what happened. Can you wait until we deal Carson before you run with it? You may think you're doing fans a disservice at the time, but also you're doing your fans a service in that you're going to get a hell of a lot more things down the road than losing the trust of the owner.
But that would be the definition of sitting on a story.
Yeah, that would
for
be
your own agenda.
And if
it's not your own agenda, it's the agenda of your job. I mean, look, seriously, John, put yourself in that position. If Jeffrey Lurie, and I'm not saying this is it, but if Jeffrey Lurie was your source, and you've gotten monumental things from Jeffrey Lurie, and he says, look, I got this, but can you just hold it until Carson's traded? And you don't, you're shooting yourself in the foot, kind of.
Get that.
And if it's a player, which I'm sure a lot of guys have their personal relationships in that locker room, a player is more apt to dish it after he's gone than when he's here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But do you think the players, you don't believe the players have already dished that story and said to him, don't say anything?
I don't know. I think they're more apt to let that story out once he's gone than when he's still here.
As a writer,
I guarantee this. We will ask Adam Schefter on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Adam, did you hear from people during the Carson Wentz saga about things that went on in that locker room? I bet you he says, yes, I did.
And look, if I have a player who's a source comes up to me and says that, first of all, they're not telling me to hold a story, and I make that abundantly clear to all players. Like, hey, if you're going to tell me something, I'll get it verified. I'll try to get verified other places, and that's how I do my business and all. But, if a player gives me something, I'm running with it. Not that I don't care about our relationship, but, hey, you gave it to me. I'm running with it. I get it verified.
Right.
And then I go. I don't have a player tell me, hey, I'll tell you this, but don't write it until he's...
Yeah,
no.
So I am a little hesitant of the stories that are going to come out this week because the one constant we know inside that NovaCare complex is Howie Roseman has very loose lips and likes to control his narrative.
Right.
That makes him look the best possible way in a disaster. He's like that meme of the dog sitting around the houses burning down. He's just going, this is fine. He's going to try and paint his picture to the media. So I am a little hesitant about what I hear this week.
610-632-0975. And I think, Pat, that's what you've been pointing at, is that there will be a disinformation campaign against Carson Wentz that goes full bore this week.
Yeah, I think so. I think that a lot of the stuff that we've heard already points to the fact that he has his flaws, and I think you're probably going to hear more about it coming out after he's traded. I don't know if guys are holding stories necessarily. I do think that as soon as he's gone, all the writers will be hitting up their sources because it might be a situation where they've asked and they already know that they're not going to talk. So, okay, well, as soon as he's gone, now you'll talk.
I wonder if anybody will go on the record.
That'll be interesting.
Retired players, yes. Current players, no.
So you think the retired players are players that have left the organization?
Yeah. Chris Long's a guy that you're going to call right away.
He had a tweet over the weekend that said, oh, Carson's on the move with like the pull up the chair popcorn thing.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be interesting. He's got the podcast, so he would definitely get a lot of attention on his podcast.
So he knows all the stories, but he's not telling them.
I would think they all know the stories of why he divided the locker room.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about.
They meaning the players.
There's players sitting on stories. There's media members who've heard things that are sitting on stories. There are people sitting on this story.
But to
I
a
don't
players,
understand why.
But Bob can speak to this because he's been in way more locker rooms than I and had way closer relationship.
Bob's done this a 1,000 times more than I have.
There is I would imagine a lot of players respect the sanctity of the locker room and don't want to be airing dirty laundry out in the media. Because one day, it could be about them. It could be, I do think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that players do try to protect that room.
Yes, exactly. And, we say sitting on stories. Look, when we leave these four walls, there's people out there that probably have questions for us about others. Like,
sure.
Hey, you really don't like John Kincade or you know, Jamie. I'm not looking to tell people anything. That's our... this is our business.
What do you even tell people?
What do you want to dish on, Bob?
So, do they have stories? Do they know stories? Yeah, it's a locker room. It's a sport. But are they looking to do they have to air them out? No.
They probably don't want to.
610-632-0975. You want to get in with us. 610-632-0975.
Yeah, look how just ripped apart Orlando Scandrick got when he left the Eagles. His career was over. Let's be realistic.
Yes.
He wasn't going to get another job. He was trying to get in the media, And he was telling us some of the things that we wanted to ignore or whatever, but were hinted at in the Joe Sanliquino piece.
You know what that was about, though.
It
right?
was, yeah. It was trying to make a name for yourself and hot take. But my point is, though, there was a guy that did what we were talking about with the locker room, not honoring the sanctity of the locker room and keeping stuff in-house. And no, he came right out and was telling us all the dirty laundry that we want, but do we actually want?
Skandrick literally was shopping himself to media outlets.
Sure.
Trying to say, put me on as now he's a B-list name.
Oh, he's
as
probably
a player.
C.
Maybe. Well, you have the weekend as an A, so I don't know your
he's
grading
definitely
scale.
an A.
So I don't know your grading scale. So Skandrick was trying to sell himself. He was selling himself to. I worked for a network that he was trying to sell himself to as a guest. Like, have me on.
I'll dish.
I've got stuff. And ESPN puts him on. Fox puts him on. He was literally just campaigning because he's trying to find a job.
He's a rat.
And then people heard him on the air and said, fine. Yeah, that's good. We're good.
Thanks.
We'll call you.
You know what else needs to be brought up here a little bit? Like this Carson Wentz, Howie Roseman stuff, it's number one in our mind, right? This is what we're talking about as far as the Eagles go. I go to a starting linebacker, starting offensive lineman, whatever. I'm telling you, a majority of the people in the locker room, if you got the chance to go up and ask them about it, they would say, look, that's something I have to worry about me. Like
especially offensive linemen.
Well, anybody on the team is going to be like, okay, yeah, that's his problem.
I got my own problems.
Yeah, I need to stay in this league. I'm fighting my ass off to get a payday to stay in this league. I can't worry about that, nor do I.
Bob's got 1,000 times, as I say, more experience of working a locker room, trying to get a story, understand, than I ever have. But one thing I do know about dealing with players is players will tell me things sometimes about other players or things going on around the team. But they always will say it almost in the midst of, but I got my own issues.
Yeah.
We have our own problem over here. I don't need to be worrying about anybody else because they always, I think most players would put it on and go, yeah, there's things I could be doing better.
Yeah.
There's things I could be. They'll give you an honest conversation, but they'll be like, we all got to pick it up. We're all a part of this.
And
they usually do
that's the ultimate teammate move, right? You always blame yourself. Don't take all the praise yourself. Distribute to your teammates. I mean, that's what good teammates should do.
Make our Valentine's Day extra special with help from the Gifting Dudes. Cuz has been telling you all about this. Go to thegiftingdudes.com and enter promo code FANATIC for 15% off of your order.
I got to get on that. I keep slack. I know.
For God's sakes, it's Sunday.
What's wrong with you? Come on, Jamie.
Now, in Cooney's Corner today, there's, let's just say we're once again talking about a very famous Philadelphia hero.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
I'm sorry, but if you trade with the Chicago Bears, and part of the deal, if I'm Bob Cooney, and they say, okay, we'll give you this.
Bob Cooney.
You'll give. I was going to say if I was Howie Roseman, but even I don't want to be Howie Roseman. If I'm myself, and Chicago says, all right, we'll give you a number one, we'll give you a banged up running back, and we're going to throw in this backup quarterback. No. We cannot take him. No, we cannot take Nick Foles. Because if Howie takes him back, I swear to God, I think he thinks that this fan base is so stupid that they'll be happy.
All right, so I'm Ryan Pace. I'm the Bears GM, and you say that to me. And I say, deal's off the table. Unless you take Nick Foles, the deal's off the table because I can't have Nick Foles backing up Carson Wentz in Chicago.
Okay, here's an out then. Good point. And if I'm Howie Roseman, I have to say, okay, I'll take him and then I cut him.
You take him and you cut the Super Bowl winning quarterback?
You cannot.
I can't do that.
Blood's in the water.
You can't have him back here. And I swear to God, I think, look, it's not even in my mind. If Howie Roseman brings Nick Foles back here, he's doing it not for the good of the football team.
That's what I said. It's a disinfectant.
Right?
It's a distraction.
Exactly. And I think that is atrocious.
Besides the fans,
you want Nick Foles back here.
He does. I can see it in your face.
I agree with both of you that the fans will, the hoagie mouse out there will clamor for Nick Foles as soon as Jalen Hurts struggles. But if you're talking strictly a veteran quarterback to back up Jalen Hurts and to kind of guide him and show him the way,
no,
there's really not much. I mean,
no,
it's a good fit.
No.
If you're confident Jalen Hurts isn't going to get affected by he's a good backup for him to have.
No. Not in this town, he's not.
I hear you, but
Not
the
in
Hoagie
this
Mouse
town.
need to shut up.
Not in this town.
They don't. That's why they're the Hoagie Mouse.
Well, then Jalen Hurts needs to perform, and it's not even a question.
But it's
yeah. I mean, look,
in this town, you can't have it. You can't have it.
It seems like we're all on board that bringing back Nick Foles is a mistake, and I understand, if this was Madden, you're right. If it's not human emotion and there aren't sports radio callers, there isn't a fan base, and it's just computer generated, we're in the Matrix, hey, that works. But we're in real life, and it doesn't, and it would be a mess. And the worst part is, I don't think the Eagles actually realize it.
Okay, Bob, the Mike Missinelli show poll goes up. Do you want Nick Foles back? That's the poll question today. I'm telling you, it would be like 55-45 in one direction. And I believe 55-45 take him back. I think it's a split fan base.
Yeah, probably. You're probably
and I
right.
think, much like in Pennsylvania, it would take like 3 weeks to count the ballots.
Natalie
wouldn't even be able to get to all of them.
They need to get a veteran backup quarterback.
Okay, not named Nick Foles.
Well, all right, let's just talk in generalities. Like, you can't have Nate Sudfeld as your backup to Jalen Hurts. You're going in with Jalen Hurts most likely as your starting quarterback. You need a veteran quarterback to back him up that can show him how things are done.
But the only problem is that you're then going to have this entire
But Nick Foles stinks.
You're going to have a large portion of this town that is going to believe there's magic in a bottle when Nick Foles comes.
But there's not. And
there were people who thought Nick Foles should be the starter over Carson Wentz in 2018. That people, I
hear you.
I listened every day to this radio
I'm not
station
denying that it exists.
And they were like,
come on, James.
You can't get rid of.
You need a vet.
Get rid of Wentz.
Not him.
Not him.
Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick's
if
a
he's
vet.
essentially
Josh
free.
McCown.
Yes.
I'd pay. I'd rather pay.
Seriously.
I'm just saying, I think he knows he's a backup. I think he would be very good in that mentorship role.
Like, what's Billy Volek up to?
Exactly.
You can get a veteran
Billy
quarterback.
Volek.
What's Mike Kafka up to? Oh, wait a minute. We already know he's
doing Twitch
getting
back
an
there.
interview.
He's doing Twitch
getting
for
an
us.
interview. It's his work. Hey, Flyers game tomorrow has been switched to 6 p.m. versus the Capitals.
Love it.
You will hear the game on the Fanatic starting at 5:50. So especially all the older listeners in the audience, like Jamie Lynch, will enjoy the 6 o'clock start and be able to be in bed.
Me and
by
my fellow boomers. A nice early dinner. First intermission.
Early bird special, 4:30. Flyers
How
at
are you
6.
older than me? It's what I want to know. Is how are you older than me?
I just don't think sports need to go to 11 o'clock at night.
By the way, though, the early dinner is underrated.
Oh, early dinner's nice.
It's underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a late dinner.
You like a late dinner?
I love 8:30, 9 o'clock dinner.
I think you wake up feeling more
Yes.
energetic if you have an early dinner because
Yeah, I
it's
think
already
so,
out
too.
of your system.
And
Jamie, real
that's
quick, what
only
do-
if Bob's been to the bathroom.
What do you think of the Sixers start
Easy.
time tomorrow?
What? I didn't even see what time is it.
They're on the West Coast.
10 o'clock.
No. Poor Devon.
The good vibes.
Poor Devon. Man, Devon's going to have a late night, baby. That is a late night. All right, we got a lot coming up for you. And we're also going to find out who was the smartest, really, like who was the least idiot.
Who was the
room.
least bad?
Yes, in the room. We'll find that out, and we will get to that. But there is a summary on the Carson Wentz situation and more. And if you want to get in, you can, 610-632-0975. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. In the palm of my hand, I hold the Parks Casino. Well, not really. I was at Parks Casino yesterday, but I hold the Parks Casino Sportsbook right in the palm of my hand. And during live in-game wagering, it's fascinating. If you're a numbers person like myself, and you want to think of every single way that you can wager on a game, and you just want to put $1 down, $2 down, how about picking exact scores of National Hockey League games? Picking exact scores, saying tonight the Flyers are going to win 5-2. You can make these wagers, and you can throw it at it. All the action. It's amazing. It's the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. And like I've told you, you're shopping local. You're doing business with a local company. You see Parks Casino right up there in Ben Salem. If you haven't, you're going to love it. ParksCasino.com/PA or download the app. Use the promo code FANATIC, and your risk-free bet of up to $500 will be refunded in site credit. See the website for details. Bet with Pennsylvania's home team sports betting app. You got to be 21 or older in PA, and gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I hate Steven Singer.
I get that a lot.
You know why?
Why?
Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied.
So, how can I help you?
Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
It's free, and your rose is guaranteed for life.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
When you're in the mood for comfort food, Wawa has you covered. Try our savory brisket, made from the finest cuts of beef, hand-trimmed and slowly braised to perfection. Savor the richness of the tangy barbecue and layers of tender beef. Enjoy your brisket on a brioche bun or in a hearty bowl. Wintertime is the right time for barbecue brisket from Wawa. Order yours today, in-store or on the Wawa app. Gotta have a Wawa. Wawa has such a wide variety of roasts and blends of your favorite flavors of coffee. For the late nighter at work that just became an all-nighter. For when you have a full day of video conference calls, you need full-bodied roasts and blends. Now, for a limited time, try our Winter Reserve Blend, a specialty-grade blend sourced from the world's finest coffee regions. Wawa coffee is 100% sustainable and 100% there for you. Thinking coffee? Think Wawa.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Changing your oil. We've got what you need. Regular changes are the best way to keep your engine running smooth. We'll help you find the right oil for your make and model and everything to help you finish the job right, like drain pans, filters, and funnels. And we've got more ways to get it all fast, like our next day delivery and our free same-day pickup, in-store or curbside. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions and details at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Okay, we've got Rick here, a veteran in the league who's gone 0-2 the past Valentine's Days. Do you think he can pull off a win this year?
I always like an underdog, Bob, but I'm not sure about this guy.
He's passing aisle 3, picks up a bag of wings. He dodges the produce section.
But will he pick up the heart-shaped box?
Heading toward the candy aisle. He's picking up speed. Oh, no, he chokes and heads straight to the checkout.
Unbelievable. This close to Valentine's Day.
Don't be a Rick. Make happy this Valentine's Day with a heart-shaped box of Russell Stover chocolates.
Getting out of debt can be like climbing a mountain, but Navy Federal can guide you to the top. Start things off with our special intro rate on balance transfers with our Platinum credit card, with rates as low as 5.99%, minimal interest payments, and no annual or balance transfer fees. Conquer your debt in no time with our Platinum credit card. You're one transfer away from financial freedom. Whew. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. 5.99 to 18% variable APRs based on creditworthiness up to $1 cash advance transaction fees at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
You ever lie awake at night, can't sleep, not wanting to see what time it is because that's just going to keep you up? Tonight, try ZzzQuil Pure Z's all night. Unlike other sleep aids, our extended-release melatonin helps you fall asleep naturally and then slowly releases so you stay asleep longer through the night. It's non-habit-forming with no next-day grogginess. ZzzQuil Pure Z's all night, so you can fall asleep and stay asleep. Available at retailers near you.
Has spending so much extra time at home uncovered electrical problems you didn't even know you had? Hey, it's Mike Miss for Farron Electric. Well, whether it's ungrounded outlets, breakers that keep tripping, not enough receptacles in certain rooms, or even if you need a new exterior outlet, Farron Electric can help. And they'll take every available health precaution while doing so. For help with all your electrical needs, trust my electrician, Farron Electric. That's FarronElectric.com, FARRYN Electric.com.
Does it feel like finding clothes in your fit is impossible? Tired of feeling overwhelmed with options that just aren't right? Let the experts at Stitch Fix do the shopping for you. At Stitch Fix, we make sure each piece is hand-selected for your life. So whether you're staying home or on the go, Stitch Fix has the answer for what to wear. We make it easy to find what works for you. Signing up takes just a few minutes, and styles are delivered directly to your door. Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, your style delivered.
Citadel Credit Union has a checking account that's built for you. For a limited time, get $300 when you open a new checking account. at citadelbanking.com/radio. Citadel Credit Union, building strength together. Federally insured by NCUA.
Dunkin' is bringing the X's and macchiatos this Valentine's with everything you need to celebrate with that someone special. Grab a set of matching pink velvet and mocha macchiatos plus a Cupid's Choice and brownie batter donut to complete the perfect way to celebrate Valentine's Day. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money. Easy to learn, easy to use, small business software tailored just for you. With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Since the dawn of time, men and women have fought over one thing: the temperature. It's too hot. It's too cold. I'm sweating. I'm freezing. It's time to end the thermostat wars. It's time to give peace a chance. It's time for a high-efficiency heating and cooling system for even, consistent heat in your home. And with Trane's whole house air filtration system, you'll breathe cleaner, healthier air. Visit Trane.com to find an independent Trane comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing? On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Everybody loves the backup quarterback, right? 8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Who is the king of the morons? We will find out in just a few moments. Of the scoreboard comes down on our wagers from the weekend. We will have that for you.
I hate myself.
We will have that coming up for you in just a few moments. You don't want to miss it. I can tell you
yeah,
this.
you do. You might.
I can tell you this. The Carson Wentz summary. Good human being? Seems like it. Professional? Not by a long shot. Whomever your team leader is, they have to do that by leading by example. They don't cower from competition. They don't point fingers. They find their voice. They don't create factions within a locker room. They unify. That's what they're supposed to do, unify. They don't let a coach who left their organization with a Super Bowl ring exit without at least a tweet of thank you. They can be great in the community, but if they aren't great in their own locker room, that really doesn't matter much. This story is going to go in the loss column for the Eagles organization and for Carson Wentz. But which one do you think bounces back strongest? Because right now I'm doubting them both. I'm doubting both of them rebound right from this anytime soon. But if I had to wager, I'm betting on the Eagles organization to have a brighter future. Maybe that's my error. That's where we begin the 8 o'clock hour. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach Eric Camille. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. If I had to pick one that I think will have a brighter future, Bob, I'm going to bet that the Eagles organization will have a brighter future than Carson Wentz will have when he leaves the Eagles.
I think some changes need to be made. Like you'll say, all right, Carson's got to go to a place where it's the right fit. Okay? Is Howie Roseman the right fit to be a general manager in this league anymore?
I would say no. I would say no.
You know, he has had past success and all that, and maybe he will do it again. And the one thing that I do hold on to with Howie is, you know, an executive in the league saying, look, yeah, they're in cap hell right now, but there's nobody you'd rather have there to fix it than Howie Roseman.
Here's the only problem with that rationale. And Jamie, is that if you set the house on fire,
yeah, you don't get credit for
you go and grab a hose. You go and grab a hose. I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, if Lisa Left Eye Lopez put out the fire she started in Andre Rison's house, but still started the
God
fire.
rest her soul.
Yes, she's still to blame for the fire.
That's like he robbed Peter to pay Paul, and no one realized it. You know, he just kept backing up money and backing up money.
But that's I don't want to say common, but the NFL salary cap is
kick the can.
It's a malleable thing that you can always kick the can
not
with.
to this level.
No,
not to the level that they're in currently. Not to the level of getting a dead cap hit for a quarterback.
Well, that's the problem.
I mean,
nobody's ever had a dead cap hit like this.
Yeah, this is a mess.
I'm convinced that Howie Roseman was having lunch with Ruben Amaro. So Howie's probably going, "Hey, Rube, what do you think about this?" And then Ruben said, "Well, I think it's very much like this." Speak up, Howie. Speak up there. I mean, to me, the idea is that Howie hung on to the nostalgia of 2017 too long.
I don't think there's any more true point to that than the Alshon Jeffrey deal.
There's not.
That locked it up. Like Carson Wentz, I can understand at least why he did what he did. He wanted to set the market value before the next wave came through.
Which, by the way, he was universally applauded
and he
for.
should have been.
Yes.
If Carson Wentz didn't do what he did, that's a great move to make. But Carson Wentz completely unfolded on you, and here we are.
That's the way it worked.
Yeah, it's still so baffling to me, the whole thing. I just don't know Howie's got some explaining to do, doesn't he? I mean, of anybody...
No question.
Look, all of our conversation, most of our conversation circles around Carson Wentz and all of that. But if I were given the three choices of, all right, Bob, you got to go interview one person, Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz, or Howie Roseman.
Howie.
Right, without question.
To sit down one-on-one with?
Yes.
So I'll relate it to...
And you're saying the person has truth serum, so you're getting the real story.
Somebody needs to talk.
Because Howie always talks, is my point. You just don't realize it because he's not putting his name to it.
Well,
that's these leaks
that's as backhandish as Carson not talking, kind of.
I hear you, but I think Howie does speak in the media. I'd rather hear the truth from, honestly, Doug. Because I think Doug has a good view of front office and quarterback.
Oh, Doug's the middle guy.
Like, he's the middle guy. He's the pivot point of the three of them.
Pivot! Doug absolutely, though, has the most credibility of the three of them.
Yeah. If I had truth serum in the three of them, I'd most want to hear from Doug.
I don't think, Doug, you'd need truth serum.
I mean, if it's on the record, you do. If it's not,
yeah, because Doug's looking for his next job.
Yeah,
So
but that's why I'm saying truth serum, not narrative spun in favor of one way or the other. Actual truth.
So, Pat, you see the biggest villain, Howie.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Second biggest villain,
Carson.
And then Doug.
Yeah,
absolutely. I might even have Carson 1.
See, I see Carson 1. Howie 2.
Howie has a lot of blame.
Doug 3.
But I view Carson 1.
If Carson chooses to conduct himself as a professional, things don't burn out of control here.
Yes.
Things don't burn out of control.
You're not left with, 25% of your cap minimum just down the toilet next year.
Just down the toilet, screwing over the franchise.
Yeah.
And that is screwing over the franchise.
Absolutely.
It is the worst you can do.
Yeah.
Bob, the three.
I think I go Howie first. And it's not just because of the Carson, but everything. And then Carson, Doug. So, yeah, I think I do go in that order. I don't know. There's some, I'm telling you, there's some, like we're catching fish. There's a monster out there waiting to be caught. And I don't know what it is. And something's going to come about.
Can I ask you? And again, because someone else is asking me here. Mike says, John, I don't think Bob's getting your question. Does anybody know the answer to that question?
And I'm sorry, anybody know the answer to the question of what?
What's the real divide?
What's the real divide between Howie and Carson? Because Mike's saying, John, I don't think he's getting what you're trying to say. People know the answer to this question.
I don't think
and
so.
They will write
I
it
understand
the day
what you're
after,
saying.
And they think they will write it the day after Carson's gone.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll say there is something bigger that we don't know. Now, whether people have it or not, I don't know. I'm not, I don't know whether Zach Berman and those guys are.
We have such great writers in this town, though.
Well, I think we're going off on a side point. I don't care about that. I just want to know what it is.
The thing is, though, is that this is what listeners are asking, as we had that debate earlier. Somebody knows this story, and it's not just the two guys involved. It's not just people know this story. There's something. People know something.
Can you trust what's coming out of that building from any angle right now?
No. No.
So you can't.
No, not
Because
at all. I think everybody's got an agenda in there.
Yeah, like
Well,
if
that's the truth.
If stuff comes out that's all negative Carson this week, I go, oh, well, that's coming from Howie Roseman to paint himself in a better light.
By the way, that is what I'm completely expecting.
Yes. So
the guy leaving is always the one who's going to get crapped on.
Yeah, but it won't happen until after he trades him because he doesn't want that bad stuff. I mean, everybody knows the bad stuff, but he doesn't want more bad stuff sullying a possible trade package.
You know what's funny? What you said, the guy leaving always gets crapped on.
Always.
Doug didn't. Isn't that like
Well,
seriously,
the
if we
four of
sit
us-
back and look, Doug didn't.
the four of us all just agreed that he was last of the three to blame.
And though the only thing is that the only thing I'll say there is, I don't think anybody by the time Doug exited the building, the one thing I didn't hear from Fanatic callers and responding with the fans or see a lot of on social media is Doug was a great coach and he's getting screwed here.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that at all.
And I think one of the reasons why is because I don't know how you guys feel. I felt like it was more of Doug Peterson saying, all right, these are my demands, and if you don't want it, I'll leave.
I think Doug created his own exit.
I think Doug knew what he was doing.
And said, I want $5 million and I'm going to go lay on a beach in Florida.
So that leads me to believe that no matter what, they were getting rid of Carson.
Which means that.
And they were like taken aback. Oh my God, Doug's leaving. Or they probably weren't. Okay, Doug, you want to go? Okay, we're getting rid of Carson too. That was the plan from the beginning.
Here's the only thing is there were people that the day that the the quarterback's coach was named, there were various media stories saying the hiring of the quarterback coach had nothing to do with Jalen Hurts and their personal relationship. That he was the best candidate available. And by the way, he is an exceptional candidate. If you're looking at guys that can do that kind of work, he is an exceptional candidate. But I'm to believe now that this absolutely was a situation where they hired the quarterback's coach because they knew they were getting rid of Carson. That they knew they were getting rid of him.
Hopefully they hired the best quarterback's coach, right? Like, isn't that what we hope? It has nothing to do with who you're. Not nothing to do with who your quarterbacks are, but like if I'm hiring a quarterback's coach, I'm going through people and I say this guy's the best guy, not that he has a relationship with one of my quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think it was more of they hired Nick Sirianni knowing that he had a good rapport with quarterbacks, but then it was like, all right, well, let's see if he can convince Carson to come back. Talk to him once. No, I can't convince him. All right, let's honor the trade request. Like, I don't think they really made too much of an effort to get Carson back with the Sirianni hire.
And on the timing-wise, they probably would have hired the quarterback coach after that conversation goes down. So they decide maybe, can we get somebody that can maximize Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
And can give him a
and look,
chance.
we can't overlook the hiring of Brian Johnson.
No.
You can't.
No.
You simply can't. The connections are there too much. And that tells you that the
family friend.
Yeah, literally
Close
coached by his
family
father.
friend. Correct.
And that tells you the Eagles have known for weeks. I know a lot of people out there want to deny, well, Carson hasn't said anything, so how could that mean he wants out? The writing's been on the wall, and the Eagles have known now for several weeks that Carson Wentz is wanted out of town.
By the way, can I just say, if you're tweeting that still today on February the 8th, if your tweets are, well, Carson hasn't said anything. Carson hasn't said a word. This is just media people making stuff up.
No, it's
This
not.
is Carson. Carson hasn't spoken a word. If you're still, save your tweet.
Put your phone down.
Save your tweet, because you could not sound more stupid as regarding the situation. There is a ton of blame to go around.
Sure.
But if you want to hang your flag at the top of Carson Wentz Mountain and be Carson's blameless, he got screwed by everybody in his path, you couldn't sound more stupid.
Yeah.
Everybody is complicit. When there is a breakup, have you ever had friends break up, a marriage breakup, anything like that? Did you ever know a marriage that broke up or a relationship broke up where 100% of the blame was on one person? Because I haven't. Where 100% of the blame is on the husband or the wife.
I've seen some things where it certainly looked one-sided, but we don't know what happens behind closed doors that drove that person to do that.
Jamaican proverb, see me, come live with me. It's one of the old Jamaican proverbs.
Is that live with your girlfriend before you marry them type of thing?
See me, come live. Yes, but it's sort of like.
See me behind closed doors before.
Don't judge someone else. Well, his wife is the best wife in the world.
Yeah.
Her husband's the best husband in the world. See me, come live with me. is a different thing. Behind your closed doors.
Yeah.
Like Jamie, are you a bit of a pig?
No, I'm actually a neat freak.
You're a neat freak?
Oh.
Except in the bathroom?
Oh, my
God.
No, I'm just saying.
What
It's like
question is that?
I'm just
I have a
wondering.
bidet, John. I take my hygiene very
why
serious.
have a bidet?
Why would you go there?
Because I'm
No,
just
I'm a
thinking,
neat freak.
So you're a neat freak.
Oh, yeah.
To the nth degree.
I vacuum probably twice a day. I clean the kitchen twice a day.
Twice a day
you vacuum?
What?
Yeah.
What,
That's psycho stuff.
Welcome to Dexter.
Have you seen a 2-year-old and the crumb trail they leave
4
behind?
times. Well,
Exactly.
that's a good point.
Is she
Yeah.
ever walking around with food all the time?
Oh yeah, she's got like her little snack grabbers and there's crumbs everywhere and she feeds the dog and
Wait, do you
I
not-
can't see crumbs and not vacuum.
Do you not have a Roomba?
I'm that way too.
No, we have a Dyson handheld, so it's
Wait.
really easy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Your wife lets you have the Roomba?
He doesn't.
Christina does not like the Roomba.
We just got that from my
I've
mother-in-law.
always wanted one.
I didn't.
It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I didn't purchase it, but
You know, you could put like
Did
a
your
little
wife buy
solo
it?
cup
Yeah,
on it
she
and
bought
play
it,
beer
yeah.
pong.
See, I've always I've had one conversation. I've always wanted the Roomba. Always wanted.
it is cool because you just set it up and it just goes. You know,
So it
and
goes
it's-
and does that?
Yeah, it just cleans up. It's
bit
very
the,
handy.
I bit the bullet on the maid.
Oh, you hired one?
At your
For your apartment?
one-bedroom
Yes.
apartment?
Once a month.
Okay.
So I bit the bullet on a once a month maid service. Because I just
How much you paying her? I'll come over and do it.
No,
Yeah, whatever the
What's her
price
rate?
is. Whatever
Yeah.
the price is, T-Dog will do it for half.
It's $79.
For one bedroom?
How many square feet is your apartment?
741, I think.
Oh my God.
Wait, whoa. A deep cleaning of the bathroom, deep cleaning of the hardwood floors.
Yeah.
How long?
I
is-
did that
that's
yesterday.
fair.
At
How
my
long
house.
is the person there for? Roughly.
About an hour and a half.
All right,
I don't think that's bad.
let me.
No, I think that's fair.
Let me text around. I know
Okay,
some
you text
people.
around.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're driving less, you could be saving more on car insurance. Save money with pay-per-mile insurance from Allstate. Call a local Allstate agent and get a quote today. Remember that Flyers Weekly with Jason Martinez comes your way tonight at 6 o'clock.
Can't believe John
here
thinks I'm a slob.
on The Fanatic. I wondered about that. I would think, guess what? If I would
wondered
think,
about you in the bathroom.
Well, if you said person most likely to throw like dirty clothes on the floor, I would have guessed Egan
me.
1,
Definitely.
you 2, Bob 3, me 4.
No, I hang pretty much most things.
So you hang like everything.
Uh-huh.
You may be cleaner than I am then. I may have disparaged you, and I'm wrong.
Do you use a fresh towel every day?
No,
I'm a robe man.
no.
Oh, that's right.
What do you mean a robe, man?
I haven't used a towel in probably 10 years.
He just throws a robe on after.
Okay, Jamie, you may be a serial killer.
Yeah, I'm.
Wait a minute. Discovery Week is going to have. Why do I think I'm going to watch Jamie Week?
I don't understand why people don't use robes like I do. Just get out of the shower, throw it on, wash it once a week, and you're good to go.
Okay, what kind of?
Neither did Buffalo Bob. You'll see the same thought process.
And then Bob has put the lotion in the basket. I mean, it doesn't seem.
Why would I dap, I can just throw an all-encompassing
It's nice.
towel
See,
on and be done.
I use a towel and then hang it up after, like, there's a spot that's just mine. Hang it up in the bathroom, and I'll use it for probably like 3 days.
I have not had 2 towels a week.
Yeah, that sounds
2
about
bath
right.
towels a week.
Yeah.
One hand towel a week.
Okay.
So that's 1 hand towel a week, 2 bath towels a week. But there is I haven't had a shower in a long time like the one in the apartment where it's the tub shower combo.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had that in 20 years.
Wow.
That I've had the tub shower combo. So you're stepping. I have banged my foot getting out of the shower like 3 times, stubbed my toe, thinking I can just walk out of the shower.
Oh.
So it has one of those curly racks, like a winder rack. So I pull back the shower curtain, and then I hang the towel across it.
Yeah,
So it
exactly.
hangs down and it dries. And then when I come home this afternoon, I'll put it back on the hook.
You're missing out on robe life.
It drives me crazy that my kids go through towels. Like, if they get up in the morning and take a shower and then they go have practice and come take another shower, it's got to be a new towel. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, let's get to a calculation here. We had a little contest where somebody was going to be the big winner. The person who won the most wagering their $100 on Super Bowl Sunday was going to be
what a loser!
Was going to be able to take everybody else's profit. And we had 5 people involved in this process. Not 1, not 2, but 3 people lost their $100. You couldn't do this. Seriously.
If we tried.
No, I could do it.
3 guys came up 0, lost the 100. Jamie Lynch,
Yes.
the coach, and Pat Egan all came up empty. What do you have to say for yourself?
I swung for the fences. I went with the risky approach. I was way off. I didn't hit anything.
You didn't even take any 3-foot putts.
No. I mean, when I'm taking Scotty Miller first touchdown odds, I
thought that was your swing for the fences.
It was. It was a $5 bet, but I went 0 for 4. I thought the Chiefs. I stuck with my gut, even though I swayed towards the end. I stuck with my gut because I didn't want to regret it all offseason, and it bit me in the ass.
$0 earned. Everything lost. Coach?
I had no idea what I was doing, and it showed.
I'm not talking about the show sheet, Coach.
Okay.
I'm talking about the gambling here. I said, you lost everything?
Yeah, I mean, I lost from the coin toss.
You all had the over, right?
No,
Yes.
I had the over.
I had
yeah.
the Chiefs in an over and a parlay.
So I didn't, but when I realized that I wasn't going to win any of my bets, I put the rest of my money on the over in the second half.
And you lost that one,
didn't
too.
hit. So I had a bad weekend.
Oh, my gosh, it was bad. Let me sort of like the weekend.
Yeah, let me just say.
Very similar.
I disagree. Let me just say, I don't ever want to do this contest ever again.
Well, no, we're doing it next year, so save up your $100.
The only thing I hit on was Leonard Fournette over, and this was aside from our bet, was Leonard Fournette over receiving yards.
Bob and I will look down our noses at you guys because we weren't as big a losers.
You were losers,
But
just
we were
better losers.
Yeah. Bob, you lost $40.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
No, you
I lost
$35.
55. Right? Or no, $45.
$45. Bob
$45,
lost
right.
$45.
Right. And you lost
And I lost 12.
And you're the big winner.
So I'm the
by
big
default.
you're the least loser.
So I'm the least loser. So Allison Sweeney will be in to say, you are the least loser.
I really hate myself for how I approach this from a gambler's aspect. I
don't
hate
like
myself.
it either.
I'm
Yeah.
shocked the way you did it. I'm shocked that
I mean, the trends I read for you on Friday was
You
bet
evened
the
us.
house
You
on
evened us.
Tampa. No,
Yes.
because I didn't bet both sides of it like a coward like he did.
Okay.
So I
we
just
don't need the editorializing like that.
I just love how he justifies it when everybody else said the same thing.
And I will tell you this. My nephew, Billy, was corrupted by this radio show.
Oh no.
He has never had a sports wagering app.
Oh no.
Last week, he went out
Sorry, Billy.
and got a sports wagering app.
Good for him.
Don't worry about Billy. He's lighting cigars with 20s.
Welcome to the dark side,
and
Bill.
guess what? He hit on the wildest. He had
What did he hit?
Gronk first touchdown,
Ooh.
which scored him big.
Did he do the double?
Gronk to score 2 touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
And he sent me all his picks before the Super Bowl.
What was the plus two touchdowns? That had to be like plus
He made-
3,000 or something.
Billy has been corrupted now.
Uh-oh.
He has been corrupted. And I said,
Welcome
just do
to the
anything.
dark side.
I said, do anything, and I hope that his aunt is not watching back in Atlanta right now. I hope that we've corrupted him. He went and downloaded, got the sports app, loaded it up, bet on the Super Bowl, and now he won. So what's going to happen now? Next time
He's
I
gonna
see
lose his
Billy,
next 10 bets.
he's going to walk around and he's going to be wearing a barrel. Because he's going to walk into work one day wearing a barrel because he hit big on his first time out.
Yeah.
If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
He's tasted the sweet nectar of the long odds hit.
And now
he's hooked.
multiple times.
Yeah, he's hooked.
And now it's going to be, see? It's
the
gonna,
sweet nectar of
it's
the
gonna
long
get
odds
him.
hit.
That sounds like something Bob would have written back in the day. That sounds like it. Hey, I have a story about pajamas. And Bob wants to tell you about the quick hook. Hopefully it's not a swing at one of us. Because Bob and Coach were having issues, it appeared, too. It's the John Kincade Show on this Monday right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I have enjoyed being home very, very much. I've enjoyed getting to know some new spots in my hometown. I have enjoyed being able to navigate some of the back streets. I've forgotten some of the shortcuts to get me between Westchester Pike and Lancaster Avenue. To get me between Lancaster Avenue and Montgomery Avenue, which is really pretty easy. I'm learning to navigate the roads, and I'm using my navigation app on my phone constantly. Not to mention a little wagering on the phone. That's why my T-Mobile phone is a necessity. I need connectivity. So my wife is checking in with me, and my daughter wants to send me a video of what's going on. Today, she just sent me a picture of everybody being out from her class this morning at school. I want to have connectivity like that. And with T-Mobile, I've got it. I've got the best network because when T-Mobile and Sprint merged, game over. Best network that was available. Plus, more towers, more engineers, more coverage, great rates. I've never had to jump around to another carrier because I love my T-Mobile phone and I love T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com to learn more today. I want you to get into a T-Mobile store, too, because you got to remember, too, coverage may not be available in some areas.
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Guys, Valentine's Day is this Sunday. Are you still looking for a great Valentine gift for your special someone? Then give her the gift of comfort and relaxation this year with Tempting Touch Pajamas, exclusively from Pajamagram.com. Tempting Touch Pajamas will keep her warm and cozy from head to toe while complimenting her every curve. They're made with microvelvet, a new fabric that's silky smooth and addictively soft. They're irresistible to wear and beg to be touched. She'll slip these on after a long day and start melting away her stress. You'll love them too. Check them out at Pajamagram.com. Best of all, every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging, which means you don't have to wrap a thing. So get her Tempting Touch Pajamas and your free gift packaging today. Just go to Pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Valentine's Day is guaranteed. That's Pajamagram.com.
Hey, fellow sports bettors, PropSwap is where we are cashing in using their sports bet resale app. On average, sellers on PropSwap are making $500 every month. It's easy. Just post all of your betting tickets for sale on PropSwap and let PropSwap find you a buyer. Listing your ticket is always free. If it sells, great. If it doesn't sell, then the ticket is still yours. If you're not selling on PropSwap, then you're missing out on easy money. PropSwap is the greatest side hustle. Go to PropSwap.com and click the sell button to get started.
Valentine's Day is almost here, and if you're still dragging your feet, here's my advice. Get her a gift she'll be proud to show off. Visit Family & Company Jewelers in Marlton, New Jersey, and they'll show you an amazing selection of gifts at every price point, and you are guaranteed to walk out with a gift that will make her fall in love with you all over again. Shop local and visit their showroom on Route 70 in Marlton, New Jersey, or online at FamilyJewelers.com. Family & Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Family & Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
My name's Barry. I live right above you. I don't host parties. I host after parties. They're like parties, only louder and nobody goes home. You can see right here I ripped out all the carpeting because it was holding me back with my pogo stick. Man's got a pogo. Oh, I'm a prankster. I'll grease up a soda can and then when somebody grabs it, boom!
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor, but we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Hey, it's your home, and I need to ask you a few favors. In the kitchen, there's a spider stuck between the window and the screen, and I know it's dead, and technically it's outside, but it's still freaking me out. Can you flick it out or something? Also, just to save some money, and it's super easy, could you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico? Last thing, could you take the holiday decorations down? Yeah, I'm one of those.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Changing your oil. We've got what you need. Regular changes are the best way to keep your engine running smooth. We'll help you find the right oil for your make and model and everything to help you finish the job right, like drain pans, filters, and funnels. And we've got more ways to get it all fast, like our next day delivery and our free same-day pickup, in-store or curbside. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions and details at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Did you know carbon monoxide is odorless and invisible, and the only way to detect carbon monoxide is to install carbon monoxide alarms? CO alarms should be installed on every level and in every bedroom. And remember, alarms don't last forever, and it's important to replace them every 5 to 10 years. First Alert has been protecting homes and families since 1958 and encourages you to learn more about carbon monoxide safety at firstalert.com and visit Lowe's stores to purchase First Alert alarms.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
O'Reilly.
Count on the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the best products for your car. Get maximum cooling system performance for 10 years or 300,000 miles with peak long life universal pre-mixed antifreeze and coolant. On sale now for just $5.99 after mail-in rebate. Plus earn double O Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
In this corner, wearing 4 layers of flannel, it's I'm too cold. And in this corner, stripped down to nothing but his tidy whities, it's I'm too hot. Let's get ready to tumble over each other, trying to reset the thermostat.
If this sounds like your home, it's time for a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Trane. With a whole-house air filtration system so your family is breathing only the cleanest air. Visit Trane.com to find an independent Trane comfort specialist near you. It's hard to stop a Trane.
If one of your New Year's resolutions is to get that new vehicle, I can't recommend enough going to North Penn Volkswagen or northpennvw.com. I got my car there. We absolutely love it. The Atlas Cross Sport is a dream, and it was the easiest, I repeat, the easiest buying experience I've ever had. My sales guy, Matt, was so accessible. We ended up texting about the Flyers series that was going on that weekend. He did everything over the phone and email, walked in, walked out with a new car. It was that simple. No hassle at all. And I'm not alone. Check out the comments on Google and Dealer Rater from other customers that echo my same experience. North Penn Volkswagen in Colmar is a breeze to get to, right off Route 309 Bethlehem Pike. And there's never been a better time to buy a new Volkswagen with, get this, 0% financing for 72 months on almost all new 2020 model and incredible lease deals. And with various customer rebates and rebates for college grads, North Penn is sure to have a great option for you. I can't recommend enough. Go to northpennvw.com. North Penn Volkswagen. It's the right experience and the right choice.
Go to the contest page at 975thefanatic.com to register for a chance to win a digital copy of Greenland. When a planet-killing comet races towards Earth, a father and his family make a perilous journey to their only hope for sanctuary while encountering the best and worst in humanity as the countdown to global apocalypse approaches zero. Own Greenland today on digital Blu-ray and DVD. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Think of this show as your reward for having to listen to all those political ads this past year.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks for hanging out with the John Kincade Show. 610-632-0975. For those on twitch.tv, for those on YouTube, for those streaming through the 97.5 The Fanatic app, much is appreciated. My daughter sent a picture along from her physics class this morning. I got on my T-Mobile phone. No one is in physics class.
Super Bowl hangovers?
No one but my daughter is in physics class.
I didn't know that was a thing in high school.
What do you say?
I didn't know that was a thing in high school.
What?
Like the Super Bowl hangover we're going to take off the next day.
In 90210 it is. Seriously, the bougie Super Bowl parties, Pat, are something like you wouldn't believe.
Why is nobody in her class?
Yeah,
she's the only one that is in her physics class this morning.
Is she doing it from home or is she in
she's
school?
in school. The school's open. Kids go to class.
Do the kids know that?
Yes.
I have a snowstorm? Maybe she's in the wrong place.
Look, that is her physics class. There's nobody in class.
I remember vividly going to theology class. Well, we're going to school the next day, but theology class the day after the Eagles lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so you did go to school.
Yeah, the whole school was there. We had to go to school.
Did you have Doc? What's called that day?
Doc Rooney.
Did you have Doc Rooney?
Well,
that
he was
day?
the principal.
Oh, Rooney. Wait a minute.
Rooney.
Wait a minute. Doc Rooney was your principal?
Yeah, loved him too.
So Doc Rooney, he's a great guy.
Yeah,
great guy.
Big fan of him at Doherty.
Doc Rooney. So Doc Rooney had to deal with me and then you?
Yeah.
Seriously, of all things in life.
He was a big fan of mine.
He's bragging about it.
He didn't say nice things about you, though.
No, please. Matt in Port Richmond joins us on the John Kincade Show. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good, buddy. What's going on with you?
So, I mean, pretty much I just want to jump into it, man. What do you believe is fair market value for Carson? I mean, is it fair market value as in, picks? Or if they do a deal with Chicago, to get Nick back here in the city and have a valuable backup quarterback and take the 20th pick? And, I mean...
I got to tell you, Matt, I'm not paying. If I'm a coach that's on a 1-year deal, Matt Nagy right now is on a 1-year deal. Why would I deal the 20th pick?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be this year's 20th pick. And Jamie, you brought that up earlier. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going
to be a future pick.
I think Howie's going to push for this year's, but if I'm Ryan Pace, I'm on a 1-year deal. I'm going to try and kick that can down the road and make that the next GM's problem. I want my first-round pick this year.
Now, Carson Wentz they're looking at Carson Wentz as a lottery ticket. Like a couple weeks ago when everybody was buying lottery. They're saying, we need to throw up a Hail Mary here.
Yeah.
We don't think we can win with Trubisky. And by the way, Trubisky and Wentz, I don't know
if there's much difference.
I think you're absolutely right because Nagy and Pace are essentially on 1-year prove yourself deals. And when your back's against the wall, you take the Hail Mary. And look, if I'm them...
you on Friday with your Super Bowl pick.
Yeah. If I'm them, I look at Carson Wentz as a guy I can salvage and maybe make... Because they were, 8-8 this year with horrible quarterback play.
And they made the postseason.
And they have Allen Robinson, and they have
defense.
A good defense. So Carson Wentz, I would view as a guy that, he can take us to the playoffs next year.
By the way, Matt just said something, Bob, on the call, and I think you maybe heard it too. He goes, well, we're getting a valuable backup quarterback.
You're getting a backup quarterback.
I think it is a disaster to bring Foles back. A disaster. If that happens, and I'm saying if, because I do not know yet what is truth, what is fiction. I do not know. But if they bring Nick Foles back, it is such a transparent PR move. It's such a transparent attempt to look over here. Don't look at the crap we've created. Look over here.
Yeah.
Be distracted.
Unless it's what Jamie said, that it's the only offer maybe that they have, the best offer they have, and Chicago won't do it unless they don't. But I still believe that you look elsewhere and you don't take Nick Foles. You maybe take him in the trade, but you can't have him on this team. You cannot have him in uniform.
But if I'm Chicago, I can't have both of them on the roster either. So I'm trying to dump. Trying to dump weight. I'm interested to see what Carolina does. I believe there was the Schefter report or tweet on late Saturday saying, that they were very in on the Stafford deal and they continue to look. So I'm curious what that means for the Eagles because if Matt Rule likes Carson Wentz, that's absolutely one that would make a lot of sense.
And too. Matt Rule has a long-term deal and job security.
Yep.
Good point.
Not a fan of Teddy Bridgewater, apparently.
And I got to tell you, I don't understand it. What people aren't seeing in Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, with the crappy quarterback play out there, Teddy Bridgewater has shown you more overall in the last 2 years than Wentz or Trubisky.
Now, that's a valuable backup quarterback.
Well, that's the thing. That's why it doesn't make sense to me because I don't think you bring Bridgewater here if then Hurts is your backup still.
Now, Pat believes that if Wentz leaves town, this makes the likelihood that they go after a quarterback in this draft, the potential to go after a quarterback much more likely.
Yeah,
but you're talking about in the first round.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but I think the percentage went way up from 1% to
quarterback factor.
1% to 50, maybe as high as 50. Because look, when a new coach comes in, especially a first-time head coach, they want their hand-picked quarterback. You saw that in Arizona. With Kingsbury, where they drafted Josh Rosen 10th overall, and he came in and was like, yeah, I'm not interested in that at all. Give me Kyler Murray. Right move, but every single coach wants to be tied to their guy. And when you add Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts, it's like, okay, there's no room. You usher out Carson Wentz. Jalen Hurts really didn't show us anything to imply that he is a franchise quarterback. So I think that if you trade out Carson Wentz and you get a first-round pick and you have the ability to get another piece later on in the first round, then the likelihood of him getting his hand-picked quarterback at 6 goes way up.
I got to tell you this, though. I listened to Ty's show on Saturday, listened to some of Bob on Saturday, listened to Jamie and Devon yesterday on this station. A lot of phone callers to 97.5 The Fanatic believe Jalen Hurts showed them that he's ready to have his shot as a starting quarterback. And I wonder what they've watched.
Yeah.
I wonder what they've seen, because that makes no sense to me.
It was one of my statements Saturday night. If you're going to call in and say that Jalen Hurts is the answer right now, that is
that doesn't
ludicrous.
mean it can't be.
It doesn't. There's no way you can definitively say that right now, after the 4 games that he played, going 1-3, teams showing that adjustments in the second half confused him. Like, you just can't say. And look, I would say that about pretty much every quarterback that's ever played 4 games in the NFL.
Yes.
Only that he would be ready the next year. It has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. It has to do with the situation. You can't say he is your quarterback moving forward yet.
All the intangibles about Jalen Hurts,
you love.
Tell me that Jalen Hurts very well might be, because I can tell you this, I've interviewed Saban about Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts, Saban gushes about Jalen Hurts.
He seems like a great kid. I mean, and it's not a coincidence.
That leadership.
You saw him out in the community this week. You know, he donated $30,000 to a cancer patient down in Delaware who needed a new home.
And by the way, Jalen doesn't have...
He's on a second round. That's what makes these moves very admirable to me. He donated another $10,000 to Boys Latin in West Philadelphia for some needs they had. He's been out and about. He had that answer that was very, I'm ready to, basically step up here if needed.
Saban loved Jalen Hurts.
He's doing everything right.
Can you imagine what he's been handed? Like, think about this. This kid was drafted surprisingly in the second round.
No, but
he hasn't earned anything. He
hasn't earned anything yet.
No, he came
Not
in
a
here,
fan.
and I don't think any team, a third-round quarterback's going to step in and be your starter. So, and I'm not putting them down on this. I'm saying, so he comes in here, shock, the franchise quarterback's having trouble. Oh, I'm going to start some games. Oh my God, they're trading him. Look, this all
falls into it. It's like a lottery
I would
ticket,
love
right?
to be him. That's great.
Hey.
Good for him.
Thanks to Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. If you want to get in with us, you can at 610-632-0975. Do you gentlemen, your wives probably do, but do you wear pajamas?
I do not.
You do not. What do you wear?
Usually just my underwear and T-shirt. Sometimes I Winnie the Pooh it with no underwear and just a T-shirt. Bob loves when I paint
Bob's
that picture.
loving these. Yeah, he doesn't like that picture. Bob, you wear pajamas?
No,
You
I wear
shorts?
gym shorts. Yeah.
So Bob
You
wears.
don't Winnie the Pooh it, Bob?
Bob wears gym shorts. Egan, what do you wear? Little.
I sleep in the nude.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
Okay, that's good.
What are
That's
we
good.
talking about?
Coach, do we
That's right.
do we have a ruling on you? I'm thinking. I bet you have pajamas.
No.
You do not.
No, shorts and a t-shirt.
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Here is what I'm facing.
Well, we have to ask you now,
I'm the only one that sleeps in the nude
I
here?
have.
unless this story is
I
about
have pajamas. When we will get Christmas as a tradition, we will do the Christmas pajamas.
Yes.
From Pajamagram.
My wife bought
do
me a
that.
pair for the family
And
picture.
take it- yeah,
I
we're
wore
sitting
them
around
once, and I was
And I
like,
don't
get these away
usually
from
wear,
me.
but it's fun for a holiday tradition.
I did the same thing.
Okay. Well, in my building, we have people who don't understand the rules of pajamas. And I can tell you this, from Atlanta, we have teenagers that are allowed to go out to restaurants wearing pajamas by their parents.
you. Yes. No, we have
Yes.
that. We have that over in Jersey, the
Yes.
Pop Shop. You can go get breakfast in your
teenagers
pajamas.
come to the, we're talking 15, 16.
Wait, is this like the restaurant promotes you?
No. They show up. No, they show up wearing a jacket and their pajamas.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Wait, you mean in a free country they're allowed to wear what they want to a restaurant?
You're wearing pajamas into a restaurant? Seriously?
Of course you would
my
defend
God.
this.
Only Egan's going to
Yes.
defend this. That you're wearing pajamas
That's
out.
ridiculous.
You're wearing pajamas out. Well, in my building, which is self-enclosed, but we all share common areas, I'm now running into grown men who could be my father walking around in pajamas.
So by common areas, do you mean laundry
The
rooms?
lobby, the lobby,
mailbox,
the elevators, the mailboxes. This weekend I ran into 3 guys old enough to be my dad walking around in their pajamas in the building.
Well, they're
slippers and pajamas. That's the next clue.
They're probably at the
wearing
age where they don't care, right?
I guess so. They're wearing slippers and pajamas, though. They're going down to get the mail, so they have to take the elevator, go to the lobby, go to the mailbox, walk around the lobby.
Living their best life.
They're wearing and I can only tell you, Gentlemen need some support sometimes.
Yeah, now if that's the case, that's wrong. But
It's wrong.
So you were out shopping early on Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
So we do that also. And a lot of times I'll see grown-ups out with lounge pants, pajama pants on doing their food shopping on Saturday mornings.
They're wearing pajama pants.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
You can't wear pajamas.
I'm more okay with guys in their own building doing it than I would be somebody out at a restaurant.
You got long balls, Larry. You should not be you should not wear pajamas outside of your home.
But the building is kind of contained, so I can give them a
That
slight
is your
pass.
home. That's their home.
No, it's not.
Their apartment is their room.
My apartment is my home.
No, that's your room.
Common area is everybody's home.
No, you just. How many people are in this building? You think?
We have 110 apartments.
So you have
that's a lot.
so you have 110 brothers and sisters that you don't know about.
8 floors, 110 people. 110 apartments.
I'm not totally against the guy like, hey, hon, go down and get the mail.
Do you remember- do you
Okay, let
remember
me
the
put
Sein-
on my slippers.
Remember,
I'm okay.
Remember the Seinfeld episode with the what's his name? The famous actor that was coaching Jerry up about like to be a man.
Oh, the
like,
Mandelbaums.
It's
Mandelbaum.
Lloyd
Right,
Bridges.
Lloyd Bridges.
Yes.
One of the men is like it.
That's awesome.
And he looks like he could. And by the way, he looks like he could beat my backside.
Mandelbaum.
Really, looks like-
Mandelbaum.
but he walks on,
Mandelbaum.
and he is wearing. And I got to tell you, he doesn't realize that it's not much of a mystery.
Well, that's a mistake. You
It's
can't
not
do
right.
that.
But he is.
So yesterday we were low on milk yesterday morning.
Okay.
Okay. So I have shorts and a t-shirt on.
Yes.
I put on my Uggs. And I put
Slippers.
on a sweatshirt.
Not the boots, right?
And slippers.
Yeah.
Puts his Uggs on.
They are amazing.
Yeah, and I went
You
to
have them
Wawa.
too?
Yeah.
I went to Wawa wearing Uggs, black socks, and shorts.
No, you didn't. What are you, Joe Paterno?
I did.
I mean,
Well, the
seriously.
Uggs.
Not black socks. I mean, little ankle socks, like not ones
Yeah,
that you
they
can see.
kind of. I mean, they have the hard sole, so it's.
No. Slippers are not meant to be worn outside the house.
I agree with you. I've
You don't
never
wear
done it.
slippers outside.
I did, and I'm
Savage
still here to
move,
talk
Bob.
about it.
Yesterday was a messy day.
Look, if you want to wear what you want to wear outside, I'm all for it. Live your best
Really?
life, be comfortable.
I'm kind of leaning Egan's way.
Hey, this
I
don't-
got to be honest with you.
At a
John.
restaurant's ridiculous.
In a restaurant.
What kind?
What
kind?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Going into a
Bob's Diner.
like a nudies.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
No, it's not
It's
fine.
ridiculous.
You're walking
Because you slept in it, and you're nasty when
walking
you
around in
sleep, and
pajamas.
you're bringing your nastiness to a
into a
restaurant.
restaurant.
Guess what? Your jeans aren't not nasty, Jamie. I hate to break
Jeans
it to
are
you.
impervious to dirt and smell. It's been proven by science.
You're
That hat you're wearing is nasty.
you cannot be wearing pajamas out to a
Yeah, you
restaurant.
stank
I'll
ass.
tell you
it
what,
also
if-
means you haven't showered.
If we're going to say
Nobody showers.
Yeah, and puts
then
pajamas
puts
back.
pajamas on to
Yeah,
go out.
so you're nasty.
So
you're telling everybody
coming
you're
out-
nasty.
You're rolling out of bed nasty.
All right.
And then you're sitting on a chair.
Yeah.
Or sitting in a booth, and you're sitting there in your nastiness.
see now, I'm equating it to kids. Like I pick
Kids
my
are
battles
nasty.
here. So
Kids are nastier.
If we wake up on a Saturday morning and we say, "All right, come on, guys, we're going to go out to breakfast at the diner this morning," and Jenna has lounge pants on,
No.
and goes and
Sweats
puts a hat
or
on,
pajamas?
Sweats?
lounge pants are pajamas, aren't they?
No, lounge pants
Lounge
are
is
home,
sweats to me.
Lounge pants are home wear.
My home suit is
They're home.
sweats.
See, I would probably say, why don't you put on some sweats? But it's not going to kill me if she goes in her lounge pants to get
Now, I'm
breakfast at a
talking about
diner,
but what I'm talking about, though, is I'm really talking about the full pajamas.
like matching tops and
Yes.
bottoms.
Oh, gosh. Like it's.
Oh, okay.
And parents take
I don't
it
know
out.
anybody that has
Oh,
them.
guess what? Hey, if you want to get in with us, you can. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. I don't know if I should go to that or not on the screen because I can't tell by the number if it's blinking or if it's held. So I don't know whether to go to it or not.
I would, yeah, I
Let's
would
probably
say
not
no.
go to it yet.
Yeah.
Bob, you believe in the retrospect. We may look back at this and say Wentz got a quick hook.
Yeah, look, I look at the field. This whole in the locker room stuff, I know it's out there that he asked for a trade. This baby, he's the baby of the locker. Oh my God, I am so turned off to that. And I could be wrong here. I could be wrong, but I can't imagine that an organization is getting turned upside down because a guy wasn't behaving well in meetings or something like that. I understand that happens, but it also gets corrected a whole lot of times. The fact that this organization couldn't correct it to the point that it got to this, I think it's more damning on the organization. So that being said, if we're just looking at the field of play, what I have to say is his behavior in the locker room must have been so bad that they didn't care about his body of work. Because if they say no, it's his body of work, then they only judged him on the last 12 games.
You know, though, if it is that, Bob, if it is that body of work inside the team, everything, then that is to me, is the greatest indictment against Wentz and Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
And it doesn't involve Howie at all.
Yeah, because it shows
Doug
a failure.
Peterson couldn't get the lapels, shake him by the lapels, and control his locker room.
It shows a failure on Doug and Carson's part that they couldn't right the ship. Because if it's of enough of concern that they're willing to cut it short, then it's been a problem for a long time.
Let's think real quick. I'm sorry. Let's just think about what has been talked about where he's been so bad. He wasn't listening to coaches, or he wasn't real good in the locker room, and he has a personality that turns people off. I haven't heard anything, and I'm not defending Wentz, but I haven't heard anything that, as thinking of coaches, you couldn't have somehow corrected.
And young players sometimes need that correction.
He's 27.
Mike is on a cell. Mike, welcome into the John Kincade Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. What's up? Go Birds.
There you go, buddy.
Hey, I had a little anecdotal story that I thought could help solve the "can I wear slippers in public" conundrum.
and pajamas, right?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. It's a little bit.
Okay.
It's not totally, but anyway, I was going for a job one time. I really wanted it, and I knew the guy that would potentially hire me because he was a friend of the family kind of deal. And I live kind of in the middle of nowhere, and one day I wanted to go get some stuff for breakfast, like eggs and stuff like that, just real quick and surprise my family. I'm still wearing what I wear as my pajamas, which is this pair of shorts that my wife has tried to throw away multiple times, but I keep pulling them out of the trash can, and some flip-flops, and a disheveled sweatshirt with like stains on it, and my hair just a total mess. And it's like 7:15 in the morning, and I go to the store to get this stuff, and it's the middle of winter too, so I look like a total idiot wearing flip-flops and hot shorts that go up to halfway up my thighs.
Oh no.
And I'm like a 300-pound dude. I'm 6'4", 300 pounds.
So you look like an overgrown Hooters girl, is what you're telling me with the shorts.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Or like Shrek, but not green.
And not pretty either, like the Hooters girls.
I'm kind of handsome.
Oh, that's
anyway.
good. Okay.
And you ran into the dude.
Yeah, so I'm going down the aisle. It's Weiss, so the aisles are like typical grocery store aisles. It's not one of those fancy New Age stores. And boom, face to face, he's wearing a suit. He's just got that. Or he's going to church, I guess, and
oh no!
I'm like, hey, and he goes, oh, hey, Mike, I didn't get the job.
Mike didn't get the job.
That's pajama bias on my end.
Dress for the job you want, right?
Yes.
Not the job you have.
Not at 7:15 on the weekend. Everybody gets a pass.
No, the thing is though, track pants are fine to wear out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Track pants, what are they? Oh, those are the sweats I wear.
Yeah, those are winter wears. Yeah.
You're asking what track pants are? You wear them
Joggers.
all the time.
I hope they're okay to wear out. I wear them to work 90% of the time.
I think we just got to the real issue here. Howie Roseman must have seen Carson Wentz out at the grocery store in his pajamas and said, I can't have this guy be my quarterback anymore.
By the way, you pajamas or pajamas?
I don't know.
I'm a pajama guy.
You're a pajama.
I think I'm a pajama guy.
I think I'm a pajama.
I'm a pajama.
And you're a pajama.
Well, you say jambalaya.
Well, you also say jambalaya.
Oh, we got to get that out. I brought it in today.
See, there we go. That's what I was leading you to.
Yes, good man,
Hey, by
John.
the way, Flyers game tomorrow switched to 6 p.m. versus the Caps. That means Mike Missinelli gets 10 minutes off. Starts at 5:50.
I guess no beers with Bob tomorrow night, huh?
Yeah, no, you got to.
No,
don't
take
that from me. Yeah, you get 10 minutes. Mike's just going to have to cram in more content into a shorter period of time. So I'm not going to be passive aggressive like this Eagle. I'm going to be aggressive coming up. Don't miss it. The 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is coming your way next right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This is usually home show season. In the middle of winter, people go to the home show. They see all the projects that they might want to consider doing for their home, all the great products and everything, and the home shows were canceled this year. So Window Nation said, we're going to have our first ever virtual home show and offer amazing savings for you. How about this? Getting 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. With no limit. You got 40 windows in your house, you're paying for 20. Plus, no down payment, no payments, and no interest for 24 months. And if you were to get a whole house of windows, change everything over, Window Nation is going to make sure you are taken care of with a Nest thermostat as a special gift. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Pay nothing for 2 full years. And we know with Window Nation, they've installed tens of thousands of windows. Plus, with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, you know you're doing business with somebody qualified to make that install. They're going to take great care of you. I want you to call them today at 866-90-NATION. Call them at 866-90-NATION or go online at windownation.com and do a little window shopping today. Get it? Tell them John Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I hate Steven Singer.
I get that a lot.
You know why?
Why?
Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied.
So, how can I help you?
Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
It's free, and your rose is guaranteed for life.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
Pico helps small businesses save energy and money so you can focus on what matters, your business. Pico offers energy-saving solutions and financial incentives for upgrades that help you reduce your business's energy use and improve your bottom line. Talk to a dedicated energy advisor today at 1-844-4BIZ-SAVE, 1-844-4BIZ-SAVE, or visit pico.com/business.
Hit it! Mardi Gras is still on at Fine Wine and Good Spirits because it doesn't matter what table you're eating gumbo around or what street you're dancing on, as long as you have beads around your neck and your favorite spirit in hand. Put your own spin on the holiday with a Mardi Gras celebration. Bring together cocktails and carnival at your local Fine Wine and Good Spirits and save $2 on 750 milliliter bottles of Platinum 7X Vodka and Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Offers end February 28, 2021. Please enjoy responsibly.
Fact. Filing your taxes with TaxAct can feel like a cash explosion. That's because TaxAct helps you get your maximum refund guaranteed. And TaxAct costs 30% less than the big guys, which means more of this. So if you want a cash explosion of your own, switch to TaxAct. File for less and get more. Start for free at TaxAct.com. 30% less claim based on comparison of TurboTax and H&R Block federal pricing for deluxe and premier consumer online products on December 4th, 2020. Restrictions apply. See TaxAct.com for complete details.
In every relationship, there's a short list of forgivable offenses. But missing the most romantic day of the year isn't one of them. Valentine's is here. So head to 1-800-Flowers. Right now, 1-800-Flowers has amazing last-minute offers, like 24 multicolored roses for $34.99. Or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. To order, go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon and enter code KJZ. Again, go to 1-800-Flowers.com and enter the code KJZ. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code KJZ. It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Hey, this is TV personality Eric Bowling with
NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre.
Get out. The NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre?
Yeah, it depends on if you want money or not, or if I owe you.
Well, okay, I'll take it. We're coming together for a new weekly podcast called Bowling with Favre. From sports to politics to finance, culture, nothing is off limits.
Sounds like a little bit of everything. Subscribe now on the Podcast One app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, livebylive.com, and everywhere you get your favorite podcasts.
See you then.
When you're running a business, you don't have time to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get fast, reliable internet from Comcast Business on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. You can add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge to help eliminate threats. And Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing 24/7 support is just a phone call away. It's internet and advanced security made simple, so you can bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business to bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge for just $79.99 a month for 24 months with a 3-year agreement. Plus, get a $200 prepaid card when you switch today. Call 1-800-501-6000 to learn more. Offer ends 2/28. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business customers only. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees extra. Subject to change. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Call for details.
Hey, fellow sports bettors, PropSwap is where we are cashing in using their sports bet resale app. On average, sellers on PropSwap are making $500 every month. It's easy. Just post all of your betting tickets for sale on PropSwap and let PropSwap find you a buyer. Listing your ticket is always free. If it sells, great. If it doesn't sell, then the ticket is still yours. If you're not selling on PropSwap, then you're missing out on easy money. PropSwap is the greatest side hustle. Go to PropSwap.com and click the sell button to get started.
Do you like betting on sports? Of course you do. You're listening to The Fanatic, right? And do you like easy money?
Straight cash, homie.
Absolutely you do. So I have a deal that is too good to pass up. It's from my friends at BetMGM. All you have to do is register for the king of sportsbooks, BetMGM, using the code PATEGAN100 to win $100 in free bets when you place a $1 moneyline wager on the Lakers-Thunders game tonight, and the team you bet on wins. Maybe you have more in common with NASCAR or table tennis or MMA. It doesn't matter because BetMGM is where the stakes are always raised no matter the sport. Enjoy innovative parlay selection features. I was using them a ton last night during the big game. They have boosted odds specials, they have daily promotions, and much more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com, and when you do, don't forget, use the bonus code PATEGAN100 to win $100 in free bets tonight when you bet $1 on the Lakers-Thunder game and you win your wager. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
We are reinventing what sports talk radio can be. Whether we improve it remains to be seen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I don't know if you call it jambalaya or jambalaya. In fact,
having a good time.
If Bob makes that, I'm willing to call it whatever Bob says.
That was pretty good, Bob.
Yeah?
Bob, that was good.
It's got a good kick to it. Good.
I like it. Now, if the sausage was regular sausage in it, I would not like it as much.
Yeah, I usually do half spicy, half mild because of the family thing.
Okay.
But this time I went all spicy.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, I went all hot.
Oh, that was good. And I'm still... You're supposed to feel jambalaya in your mouth afterwards. You're supposed to feel...
I'm just going to let that one be. We have a drop at 9:01.
By the way, there are so many drops.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh, it does. It smells really good.
Yeah, you're not allowed to eat on the segment, though.
No,
yeah, that's why we stopped.
Yes.
9 o'clock hour is brought to you by The Bagster. It's dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. For details, go to bagster.com. I can tell you this. I loved getting to meet some of the Fanatic listeners yesterday out at Parks Casino with Cuz as we were getting ready for the Super Bowl. It was absolutely awesome. It's fun. It's fun getting to meet people because that's one thing is I have not gotten to meet listeners because of where we're at.
And we cannot wait to do that.
Oh, my gosh, cannot wait.
That's the greatest thing when you came on board. Me, you, Jamie, Pat, we all talked about we can't wait to get out, watch games, have beers with people. We just can't wait.
It's going to be fun. So as we start the 9 o'clock hour, you will know that I am not a fan of passive-aggressive. Gentleman says to me this morning, he goes, boy, you're making friends with the Eagles organization this morning, calling them out. Well, look, I'm going to say it. I'm not a fan of passive-aggressive. I don't like it. I don't think grown men need to be passive-aggressive. I think it's weak. I think it's veiled. And I think it's pathetic. I think that sums up my feelings on passive-aggressive. So let me show you how well critique can be done aggressively. Let's leave the passive out of it. What the childish display on Saturday by Miles Sanders of the Philadelphia Eagles showed me is that trying to clean up the locker room issues that the Eagles have is going to be a much bigger job than just putting Carson Wentz out of town. The minute an impending Carson Wentz trade is confirmed by Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen, Miles Sanders decides that's the moment to dance on his grave in cowardly fashion. In an amateurish game of whisper down the lane, his parting shot to Wentz is a declaration that team's going to be going to the Super Bowl real soon. I'd agree that they could have that chance if the star running back learns how to be on the good hands team at critical times and figures out that before taking shots at teammates, they actually accomplish something themselves. That's how you build BS locker rooms. Behaviors like that. Sorry, Miles Sanders. I left the passive out of the aggressive. And that's where we begin the 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, and Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. Jamie, you and Devon were talking about it. It was already on my show sheet yesterday. Miles Sanders, that was as childish, amateurish, and flat-out cowardly as you can get.
Yeah.
What he did to Carson Wentz on Saturday afternoon was an embarrassment.
Really, really bad optics. I'm sure he'll claim coincidence one day when asked about it. But the Schefter tweet came out, I believe, at
3 minutes.
4:15, and it was like 4:18 or 4:19 that he posted that. There's no way that's not a coincidence.
No, it's not a coincidence.
It's a really bad look. Because
why is he doing? Why
dance on? What's the upside? As our former boss used to say, what's the upside? And I don't know what the upside is here, other than maybe appealing to Hurts. But that doesn't even appeal to Hurts, because if I'm Hurts and I'm looking at that, going, "Oh, geez, I see I'm a couple bad passes away from getting thrown under the bus by you.
I'm going to betray this teammate."
Yeah, it's really
weird. The man that something goes badly, it's going to be betraying them.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it. I did, however, have another viewpoint on it. This kind of confirmed what a lot of people thought about him in the locker room. That Carson Wentz wasn't well liked. He didn't relate to his teammates, and I'm a guy that doesn't want to see him get traded, but it confirmed all of those fears that a lot of people had of this guy just wasn't it for a lot of the players in the locker room. He wasn't it.
I absolutely think that's that's an observation that I share with you 100%. But it also makes me wonder about grown men that conduct themselves like that, like he did on Saturday afternoon. It makes me wonder Carson Wentz may have been a bit of a bag in the locker room, but maybe there's a bunch of other ones to join him. That kind of behavior shows me maybe that's commonplace in that locker room.
So you would have preferred it if Miles Sanders would have stayed silent.
Or
see what I did there?
Or
I'm
wait
teasing.
But the idea of dancing on someone's grave is just there's nothing more low rent. I said it a little while back. I left my old radio station. I was getting calls saying, here's what's happened to your old radio station since you left.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to comment on what happened after they let you go?
Nope.
I said, nope. I said, I'll tell you about 97.5 The Fanatic. You want to talk about The Fanatic? You want to talk about my news station? I have no comment.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be gained.
Nope.
By dancing on someone's grave, because guess what? You're going to have your bad moment coming up.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going to have their bad moments, and then everybody will be piling up to dance on your grave.
And he's not exactly coming off a good season.
Seriously.
No. And it's like I said before, don't get stuck in the moment. Be able to look ahead. Be able to look and see what the future may hold. Yeah. Look, that it may be why, it's probably why, the direct reason why Carson Wentz hasn't spoken, because people are telling him, what good is it going to do you? And again, not defending, but probably that's what they're doing, So, and this is a case where his handlers are calling saying, see? Miles Sanders is getting killed right now because he put out a tweet. He shouldn't have said anything, so you're doing the right thing. And blah, blah,
you
blah,
can
blah, blah,
say Carson Wentz could have spoken.
Yeah, he
could have spoken
you.
like an adult. He could have said, when Doug Peterson's gone, I want to thank Coach Peterson, my first NFL coach. glad we shared a championship together. Good luck in the future.
Yeah, it's that simple.
So don't tell me there's nothing to be gained by that.
Yeah.
Like, I keep hearing this from people. There's nothing to be gained by Carson. You mean being a class act?
Unless the team said, Carson, just shut it all down. Don't have any. I understand they're different.
There's nothing to be gained.
But they might just say, don't do anything. We're trying to trade you. If this is going to happen.
But that would do nothing but enhance your value.
I know.
You're a class act.
I know.
To not mention Doug Peterson's departure that's classless. It's especially when you're the king of, I've got a tweet waiting. Everybody who signs with the Eagles, I send out the same freaking tweet. Oh, go. Welcome aboard, buddy. Can't wait to get to work.
No, that's a good point.
Welcome aboard. Can't wait to get to work. The same ass tweet every time that I guess the PR firm was putting out.
Probably.
That was putting out going, hey, we got this, Carson. Can't wait to get to work, buddy. Let's see it practice. I mean, and then you don't even mention.
That's a very good point. I forgot it that he did that all the time. Yeah, you're right.
Every time. I think the intern was cranking out the send out a hello. Send out can't wait to play with you. Send out a fist bump.
Fill in the name.
It's the same thing every time. So you don't have to, when people say you don't have to talk because you can't be gained. No, that would have gained him positivity. Mentioning Doug Peterson.
Absolutely. It would have swayed the public court of opinion slightly back in his favor.
Yeah, even me, I'm on record as saying I don't really care if he talks or not, but that was eye-opening when Doug Peterson was let go and you don't even put out a simple something. That kind of took me aback.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing. Hey, make your Valentine's Day extra special. You're going to get help from the Gifting Dudes. Go to thegiftingdudes.com, enter promo code FANATIC, and you're going to get 15% off of your order. But it does really play to the point that Miles Sanders, I mean, it looks like Carson Wentz may not be the only problem in the locker room. If that's how you choose to conduct yourself, then you got other guys who aren't they're not foxhole guys. Miles Sanders chose me right there. He is not a foxhole guy. He's a guy that you're in the foxhole with Miles Sanders. If it's you or him, he may decide that it's better off that he be the guy that survives.
Yeah, I just don't know what he was gaining by doing this.
Teammates? Like maybe things were so bad that
the locker room majority felt this same way.
And he's saying later, dude, we can win a Super Bowl.
We don't
in the
need
hopes
you.
that other players are like, yeah, that's exactly the way I feel too.
With Jalen Hurts?
I'm not defending him. I'm saying maybe his thinking.
Is Miles Sanders believing you can win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts next year?
It's kind of, I don't know about next year. I think was the wording
real
soon.
Said real soon, which means not soon, real soon. That means
I guess the implication is that yes, they believe in Jalen Hurts.
They're going to flick a switch, and Jalen Hurts is going to show us something that he didn't show us in 4 starts. Because he didn't show us in 4 starts. If you take, guess what? No quarterback can tell me what they are in 4 starts.
No.
So I'm not trying to be unfair to Jalen Hurts.
No.
We don't know, but what Jalen Hurts showed us, C+?
I think, maybe a B- at best, but that's the right ballpark.
Yeah, it was concerning to me that after teams started to get a book on him, he started to struggle a little bit.
His second half numbers are very concerning.
They weren't good at all, but what this also shows me with this Miles Sanders stuff is it's a fear that we kind of had going into the season. They have a lack of leadership. I feel like a good locker room and a good leadership in that locker room keeps him in check and goes, even if, say I agree with it, right? Like Malcolm Jenkins seemed to agree with a lot of this, but even if I agree with it, you can't put that out there. They don't have a leader in this locker room.
Got a lot of locker room lawyers, though. A lot of locker room lawyers, it appears, which is a real problem. Hey, and the linchpin, we didn't get a chance to get to this earlier. What's the return of a Wentz deal? Jamie tries to summarize.
This is the linchpin.
Are the Eagles absolutely drunk? Are they funneling Everclear liquor down there at the NovaCare set? They think
I choose Tanqueray.
Do they actually think in their I know you start a negotiation at a high point and you meet in the middle. Do they actually believe that they could get a Matthew Stafford level of trade in return for Carson Wentz?
I've watched Property Brothers. So, that's sort of the strategy, right?
Start high and, meet somewhere in the middle.
But they don't actually believe that, right? That's just words they're putting out in the press.
They got a starting quarterback, 2 number 1s, and a third.
They don't actually believe that, do they?
I don't know.
These are just words they say to help drum up the market, right?
What they believe, I'm not sure what they believe.
Yeah, look, I expect them to get a decent package for Carson Wentz because, Jamie, you said it earlier, the desperation for a franchise quarterback is so real. He's had 4 bad seasons, 4 good seasons, 1 really, really good season. 1 was the worst we've seen in a while.
I think they'll get something decent, but they're not getting Matthew Stafford levels.
But the desperate, you look at the Washington football team, and this is ironic because they went to the playoffs, but they've been searching for that franchise quarterback for how long? I mean, teams that haven't had one in decades, they're willing to give up a lot, and especially Matt Nagy, who's looking at it like this could save his job, he might be willing to give up a lot.
Here's the only thing I ask is, what are the attributes you want in your starting quarterback?
Well, leadership's going to be right up there.
And
You're
Carson Wentz, I'm shocked. He's hurt his own value by his behavior.
Sure. Absolutely.
His own behavior has hurt his value.
This is 3 years in a row of
Carson
stories.
hasn't spoken. Carson hasn't said anything yet. What are you talking about? Carson doesn't speak.
It's amazing. 3 years of stories.
I hear that.
After 2 years of nonstop stories about how great of a leader he was. Like, you couldn't think a bad thought about Carson Wentz from everything that we were told about him. From players, coaches, everyone, and then it went all the other way.
It went south.
I still think something. I don't know what it is, but I still think there's a something.
I would love to know what Ryan Pace and Chris Ballard and these guys really have heard and know about Carson Wentz, because it has to factor into their trade decision here in a massive way. I would love to know what the league executives say about this.
It's ego, too. I mean, it's ego of, I can fix this guy. They screwed up. They botched this. I'm so-and-so. I'm the greatest thing, and I can fix them. And I think that every NFL team has a massive ego in it, and they all think that they can fix everybody.
By the way, you and I both believe, though, that they can fix Carson Wentz.
I do. I think he's very fit. I think
yes,
the reality,
I think he's fixable.
I don't think he's fixable here in this garage. I don't think in this garage he's fixable. In this community, I don't think he's fixable.
I'd like to. We're not going to get a chance. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see if they can. I'd like to see if they can convince him to come back. They're not going to at this point. I've just accepted that. But I don't blame you for having that logic, because I think a lot of people at this point are saying he needs to go.
Well, let me ask you guys this. If you had to make a comparison, and here's 2 names that we brought up today. If you had to make a comparison, who would you say Carson Wentz could be more like, Ryan Tannehill or Mitch Trubisky?
Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill.
Well, he had a pretty damn good year.
He did.
You know, I mean,
he did. He's not a top 10 guy. Ryan Tannehill is not a difference-making quarterback, franchise quarterback.
No.
But he can win you games if you have the right situation around him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he had a pretty damn good year. Like, he's a very good starting quarterback.
He's right outside the top 10.
He's right outside top 10.
Yeah. I'd probably have him like 11th,
So
just
you
off
can
the top
get
of my head.
Yeah, so we're confident that Carson could get back to
And
that.
you can win with an
agreement.
11th.
We all are in agreement that that's where we think Wentz will end.
Yeah, I think
will
so,
end up.
yeah.
If he bounces back, yeah.
I think he's better than that. I think
Better than Tannehill.
Yeah, I think he's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
If he can regain 2017, so there's a risk involved with that.
And remember, that is a major knee injury, major back injury, major concussion since that moment.
Yes.
None of that stuff happened. He has not been great since those things happened. He's not been great at all. He's had moments where you saw flashes, like that Washington game last year on the road in 2019. You saw that.
Yeah, I think he'll be motivated just to get out of Philadelphia, though, and it'll be like a breath of fresh air, and he'll be having fun again. Like, I don't get the impression he had a lot of fun last year. I mean, the fact that you're at the line of scrimmage, changing a play that your coach called in, and you're changing it out of spite, that doesn't really scream you're having fun.
Did you hear him, though? I never looked at Carson Wentz as the guy, man, this guy's just having fun playing the game.
No.
And Aaron Rodgers. Do you ever get that with Aaron Rodgers?
Occasionally when he throws the belt on and he's...
Yeah, but I don't get fun.
He doesn't look like a
Mahomes,
fun guy.
I see fun.
Yes.
I think Carson, if you go back to his better playing days, yeah, I think there was a lot of fun there. I mean, he's running downfield and celebrating with the guys and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of fun.
The last 2 years doesn't look like a lot of fun for him.
No, that's a good point.
Hey, you craving comfort food? Jamie always is. Try Wawa's barbecue brisket. Enjoy brisket on a brioche bun or in a bowl today. Gotta have Wawa. We had a Wawa executive contact us off the air. They want to know, can they get Bob's Jambalaya?
I would buy
on
that.
the menu.
I would buy that.
At Wawa. So they're at least they're always looking for great menu items at Wawa.
You got it.
They're always looking at it. Could Bob's Jambalaya?
I think my Mississippi roast I made last night is worthy of a Wawa menu.
You can't find a bad thing at Wawa.
Gosh, I love Wawa.
It's just solid food.
Had a violation yesterday, though.
Do tell?
Young teenager waiting for his sandwich at Wawa, standing next to me, and these people started to bring boxes, so the guy had to get. We were both sort of boxed in, so we were like boxed into an area. I have my phone and looking at it, and he looks at my phone. And he goes, "She's cute."
Oh no!
And it was probably Olivia, wasn't it?
It's my daughter.
Yeah.
Wow, big cojones on that kid.
He wasn't rude about it.
Yeah, but you don't look at a stranger.
No, I think it blurted out.
You don't acknowledge that you saw a stranger's phone.
And that's what I say. But the young man didn't seem like a degenerate or anything.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, but he goes, "She's cute." I said, "Yeah, it's my daughter."
Overstepping the line.
No, I said, "That's my daughter." But I mean, I didn't take it like I didn't try to.
No,
be like,
of course not. But
I
on
was
his part,
I was like, "Dude, first of all, don't look at someone else's phone."
Yeah, it's more not the picture.
Don't look at someone else's phone.
I had a clench the fist moment one time, and it wasn't a teenager. It was older than a teenager.
Okay.
And my daughter walked by, and he did the old, turned his head to look.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Donna noticed my eyes and was like, walk away, please walk away.
Oh. Did she notice it? That he
No.
looked at her? Oh, okay.
That's why I let it go.
Then you got to let that go.
It's not that easy. Trust me.
I know. I see
you
it.
know.
But she... it's tough. How about Kyle and Trenton? Kyle, welcome aboard the John Kincade Show. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
Great to have you on the show, man. What's up?
Yeah, man. I mean, I love Carson Wentz. I was a big Carson Wentz fan, but he hasn't finished the season in 4 years. We got to be real. If we can get a first-round pick for him, we got to make the move.
I think you have to make the deal also, Kyle. But it's still, isn't it disappointing?
It's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. I loved him, but he hasn't finished the season in 4 years, man. What elite quarterback been through that?
Yeah, and I mean, I do wonder too. Did the concussion have a major effect on this year's performance?
I think it may have.
Yeah, I had a caller on Saturday say the same thing. That
you're hearing.
I've mentioned it.
You're hearing the footsteps, and you're wondering if some dirtbag like Jadeveon Clowney is launching into you to knock you out by spearing you in the head.
And put on top of that, 14 different offensive line combinations.
Correct. So you're already. I would imagine
he got the happy feet this year.
The guts of an NFL quarterback.
It's crazy.
Is just, and I never have questioned his toughness in the pocket.
No.
Not once. And I never will. He's a tough hombre.
Sure.
But
that concussion affected him. No doubt about it in my mind.
Those stomping feet.
I was looking for that early on in the year.
I would just pee.
Yeah.
I would just pee.
I would need new pants.
So I would just pee. So it would be much easier for me.
I was looking for that early in the year to see if, oh my God, is he avoiding contact? Is he getting rid of the ball to avoid contact? Whatever it may be. But then we started complaining that he's extending plays too much.
That's what's ironic about
I know.
all this.
So when I say mentally that concussion may have hurt him, I don't mean I mean mentally, maybe he was still foggy.
It's possible.
It is possible.
Concussions are serious. I know some friends that have had concussions where they've had to go for 2 years and get help. These things can linger in a big way.
I don't understand. Help with what?
Constant headaches, blurriness of vision. Yeah, concussions are absolutely no joke.
Yeah, I think we just hear it so often in sports that we don't think about the fact that it can be as serious as it can and it affects people differently, but it does. I think it had an effect. I don't think it had an effect like Jamie's talking about, though. I think it had an effect of he bulked up in the offseason.
Yeah.
And I think that's a sign that the concussions were affecting him, the injuries were affecting him, because you don't bulk up just for the sake of bulking up.
By the way, Billy the Better has gotten back to be my nephew. He had more news for me. He says, by the way, for the record, I also hit the third and fourth quarter on a block pool.
Nice night for Billy.
And won an additional $375.
Oh, I missed $250 last night.
And I sent back to him, don't end up homeless. Because you see, the sports wagering is a Kincade thing. The Harrises, though also with casinos, my wife's family, they've got a casino background themselves, but sports gambling is not in their wheelhouse. So I feel like I've corrupted my nephew.
It's all right.
And he's a
That's what
grown man.
nephews and nieces
he's a
are there
grown
for.
man.
to
I think
corrupt.
I'm done with block pools. I've
do?
been entering them for what feels like 20 years. Never hit on
They're
anything.
awful.
I don't think I've ever won one either.
Oh, I won one time, and it was awesome.
I got to tell you, man.
They're crap.
I don't. If you hit, it's great. But
Yeah,
hey.
sure.
We got a lot coming up for you. Your chance to get a phone call into at 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Buyer's remorse, or will it be seller's remorse? We'll get to it next on the John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
A look ahead to this week in Philly sports, brought to you by Comcast Business. Bounce forward.
The Sixers are on the hardwood 3 times this week. Tuesday versus the Kings. Thursday versus the Blazers. Saturday versus the Suns. Hear all 3 games on 97.5 The Fanatic. The Flyers are back on the ice Tuesday in Washington and Thursday and Saturday at home versus the Devils.
When the unexpected comes calling, bounce forward with Comcast Business. Get internet speeds of up to a gig and a network with added security. Learn more at ComcastBusiness.com.
Hockey and basketball fans love scoring in nets, but what else do they have in common? A chance for an easy 100 from BetMGM. I'm Derek Gunn, and you can register for the King of Sportsbooks using code DGUN100 and win $100 in free bets when you place a $1 moneyline wager on the LA OKC game and the team you bet on wins. Maybe you have more in common with table tennis fans. No matter the sport, BetMGM is where the stakes are always raised. Enjoy innovative parlay selection features, boosted odds specials, daily promotions, and more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use the code DGUN100 to win $100 in free bets when you bet $1 on the LA OKC game and you win your wager. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older. Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I hate Steven Singer.
I get that a lot.
You know why?
Why?
Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied.
So, how can I help you?
Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
It's free, and your rose is guaranteed for life.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Cuz. Now that football's over, spring training baseball is right around the corner. Even if it doesn't start on time, you don't have an excuse not to start your spring training. That's right. You can get yourself back into game shape by spring. It only takes 40 days to lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds with NJ Diet. NJ Diet's program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet and workout regimen to help you keep it off. With NJ Diet, you're not going to feel hungry. You will be fully monitored to make sure you are burning that toxic fat and not just losing water. You'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet has locations nearby in Cherry Hill and Princeton. More comfortable at home? NJ Diet available nationwide with live online video consultations. Call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to NJDiet.com and lose the weight for good. That's NJDiet.com.
These days, it's okay to do some things halfway, like wearing your pajama bottoms on a work call. But managing your prescriptions shouldn't be one of them. That's why CVS has a proprietary search tool to find ways that may help lower your prescription costs, and will deliver them for free. No wonder CVS customers are better than most at staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. Come in or call today and get a free prescription savings review at CVS. Savings vary. Not all patients eligible for savings. Delivery restrictions apply. Visit CVS.com for details.
You're ready to get back into yoga, so you order the essentials.
a non-slip mat, yoga blocks to keep balance, and an exercise ball. And you used your Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping and up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member, which you put towards your most essential yoga gear. Noise-canceling headphones.
Welcome. Take a deep breath. Breathe.
Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2020 Bank of America Corporation.
This week at Macy's, use your coupon or Macy's card and get an extra 20% off just in time for Valentine's Day. Save on top of already great deals, like 35 to 55% off dazzling diamonds, gemstones, and more. And sleek handbags and wallets from Kipling, Nine West, Inc., and more top designers. Now 25% off. Plus, Star Money bonus days are going on now. Learn more at Macy's.com/starmoney. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
When's the last time you looked at your bathroom? Second thought, you might not want to make eye contact with that old faucet. It's time to head to Lowe's for some home improvement. Choose from stylish brands like American Standard, Delta, and Style Selections, and transform your before bathroom into an amazing after bathroom. Woohoo! You can't see her, but she's high-fiving herself. Don't just do it yourself. Do it for yourself. Stop by Lowe's or visit Lowe's.com/DIFY for vanities starting at $99. Valid through 3/31 U.S. only.
Well, the install of your new Anderson 400 series windows is done. They look great. Piece of cake to install. I have them in my own home.
We love them, John.
Beautiful. They really last, so you won't be needing me to fix anything either. This is probably goodbye. Take care.
That was a tough goodbye. Worse than when the kids went to college.
I love our windows, but John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at andersonwindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit andersonwindows.com for warranty details.
Looking for a checking account that's built for you? Whether you love earning cash back or don't want fees or a minimum balance requirement, Citadel Credit Union has you covered. Plus, get a $300 bonus. Easily deposit checks right from your phone. Receive instant account alerts to stay updated. And simply tap and go with your contactless debit card. For a limited time, get $300 when you open a new checking account at citadelbanking.com/radio. Citadel Credit Union, building strength together. Federally insured by NCUA.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next. And bounce forward. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. We entrepreneurs are always improving our listening skills. My dad told me at age 29, Michael, you're a man now. You're about to be married. You have responsibilities. You'd be a fool to start your own business. I did what any loving son would do. I started 5 of them. I didn't listen to my dad, but I have learned to listen to my customers, which is why my 5th successful business, Patriot Software, created accounting software to help non-accountants like me keep accurate accounting records. Go to patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of accounting software free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No mindless poll questions, no survey radio. It's called show prep.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Can I turn on my mic? Can I just give a word of praise to one of our team here at 97.5 The Fanatic? Young Andrew Salcunas. Saturday afternoon gets the opportunity as the biggest story in the NFL pre-Super Bowl, and the biggest story here in Philadelphia was breaking.
I had jealousy I missed out.
Coach Eric Camille tracks down Adam Schefter and says, okay, the story on Carson Wentz is just broken. Adam Schefter, a great member of our team, by the way.
Absolutely.
What a great teammate. Adam Schefter's like, yeah, I'm coming on. I'm part of the Fanatic. So the only radio station in town where you were getting the first-hand story, first-hand account was ours. For Andrew Salcunas, young Andrew, to be put in that position, so many guys would have been swallowed up by the moment and tried to dominate the interview that was masterful work.
Yeah, he
for
did
a young
great.
broadcaster.
Yeah.
Stayed the hell out of the way.
Short and sweet. Shefty's got the info.
Asked the right questions. Gave Shefty the stage. That was impressive work. And you heard it on one station, The Fanatic.
I was really bummed not to be with him on Saturday when I saw that Adam was coming on.
That was, to me, that was fantastic work. I like to, recognize when our peers do great work. And that was great because it would have been so easy to be like, hey, Adam, so here's what I think.
Yeah.
Adam, I think that he stayed the hell out of the way.
I agree.
Asked the right questions. Got out of the way.
It's amazing to me that some people out there still don't believe Schefter and Mort. and they'll say, "Oh, this is just for clickbait." Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen do not care about clickbait.
By the
They're
way,
very established and secure with their jobs.
I can tell you about their bank accounts. They don't care about clickbait.
They're not required to hit a minimum.
You know how they get there? Reputation.
Having the right information.
Correct. If you can list these stories where the guys get it wrong,
yes,
you'd be a very short list.
They don't rush to get it out first. They make sure they're right.
Evan in San Diego joins us. Evan, good morning. How are you, brother?
Good morning, John. Thanks for taking my call. I got two quick Eagles point and then a point about the show.
Sure.
First, I don't know if anybody's brought this up, but I'm a Penn State graduate, and watching James Franklin screw up the game on Saturdays, followed by watching Doug Peterson screw up the games on Sundays, it's just too much. It's like watching the same game over and over. So, I didn't hear the press conference. I hear it didn't go well, but I don't really care. Just a fresh start, just to watch somebody else screw up the game on Sunday.
Okay, that's not bad. I understand it.
Secondly, Wentz. I'm a huge Wentz guy. I bought in with Anthony with the Revenant, always a mountain man. I'm a big Wentz guy. He's got to go. The locker room, how do you walk into that locker room and take over that team? It's just not going to happen.
Right.
But on the other hand, I'm fully prepared that he goes to the Colts and he makes 6 Pro Bowls. And I'm fine with it. We just need a divorce.
Okay.
So
it's a divorce.
That's kind of where I'm at. And then lastly, I walk my dog here in the morning and I kind of listen to your show and I listen to Anthony's show. I really like the show. I just don't know if I like you yet.
That's fine. And guess what?
I love the honesty.
Evan, I think that's completely honest. honest.
Well, you're an O'Hara guy. I'm a Marple guy.
Well, then there you go. Wait a minute. Were you from the wrong side of Broomall or the right side of Broomall?
No, Langstown, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're from a more hoity-toity section of Broomall than I'm from.
Now he definitely doesn't like you.
I mean, Evan, that's what? Evan, can you give me a year, Marple?
02.
Oh God, you're so young. For God's sake. I have underwear older than you. And guess what? Marple and O'Hara people are not supposed to like each other.
Well, my brother went to O'Hara, so I mean.
So your parents loved your brother more than you, is what you're saying?
No, they didn't, because I went to Penn State and cost them $20,000 for 4 years, and my brother went to Purdue and he cost them $50,000.
Oh man, which one of you is contributing more to society? You or the brother?
I pay a lot more taxes than my brother.
Thanks, Evan.
I like
Take
Evan.
care, man. I like that too.
I like the show a lot. Just not sure about you yet.
Not sure if I like you. I'm liking the show.
Welcome back, by the way.
That was
By
great.
the way, though, you can like a show and like the energy of a show and like the dynamic of the show, but I always believe if this show is going to be as successful as I think it will be eventually, it's going to be because people enter into camps.
Sure.
There's going to be a Bob camp. There's going to be a Jamie camp.
And
There's
a
gonna
Bob
be
camp guy
Kincade
might hate me.
Right. And there's going to be now. Evan didn't say hate.
No, he just doesn't like.
But he's from Marple.
Yeah.
So he could very much be in that camp. I like these camps.
Yeah, I for most of the radio shows I listened to growing up that had more than one person, you usually, especially with us, right? Because you have 5 people on it, you usually dislike at least one of the people.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately for you, it's
Evan, it sounds
Evan
like me
doesn't
right now. It sounds like I'm in.
No, he's still in that feeling out process.
I
Yeah,
don't want to be felt out.
Well,
wait a minute.
I didn't say feel up process. I said feel
alone
out.
for a long
I'm not going
time.
to see my wife for another 4 weeks. So I may
Be a foxhole guy.
Let's not write that off.
Come on, Bobby.
Hey, Citadel Credit Union is committed to building strength together to build a better future for us all, join CitadelCU.com. That's where you can join. So, I do not, I'm trying to figure it out here, is the idea of buyer's remorse. Because we're going to have to really get down to this. Is there going to be buyer's remorse if the Eagles find no success and Carson Wentz finds success? Is that going to be the storyline? Buyer's remorse here in town. Or seller's remorse.
I mean, I don't think you make this trade not thinking that's a real possibility. Like, in your mind, you have to realize that there's a good to decent chance he's rehabbed somewhere. And I have to take it on the chin and eat his salary cap and live with these decisions. So I don't think they make this trade denying that possibility.
They're not doing it blindly.
Yeah.
It's just what Evan said. He's okay with it, he said. He's okay if he goes to Indianapolis and gets 6 Pro Bowls.
It's going to be the ultimate torture.
That's not okay to me. I don't want another team getting better from something I gave them.
No.
I don't.
I want to win a trade.
Yeah.
But I also was one in the camp, and we very much were in the camp. None of us wanted Carson Wentz gone.
I wanted him to try every last thing under his power to correct it.
I wanted 2021 to be Carson Wentz's season.
Yeah, me too.
It's Carson Wentz who doesn't want it to be.
Correct.
So what Carson Wentz is going to win out?
Yeah.
Lampooning the entire franchise.
Yeah, I really wish they could make it work. Like, I have a fear.
Well, call your boy.
Give me his number.
Make it work.
Give me his number.
Well, I'm sure if you tweet him something charming or...
Yeah, I think it'll mean a lot coming from me. I have a very real fear.
Cabela's gift card.
That we are going to be sitting here having the same conversation that we have about T.O., which is there's a lot of fans out there that when T.O. wanted out, they were like, good, I'll drive him to the airport. He sucks. And then he had 3 seasons after that, 1,000 yards. And you look back and go, man, I wish they could have worked it out.
I was so pissed about that.
Yeah, I mean, I was too. I mean, because you finally get the number 1 receiver, and it exploded in your face. And looking at this Carson Wentz thing, I think there's a very real chance that he rehabs, he gets back. And Philadelphia doesn't have a long history of trading guys and getting a good return. I mean, Charles Barkley, T.O., even Allen Iverson, if you look at that he was gone. And it took Matt Geiger's trade kicker to say, whoa, he's coming back. And that would have been a disaster. So I think there's a very real chance that you're going to have seller's remorse.
By the way, Andrew, I don't know if this is nice or not, saying, John, you're not a bad-looking guy, but those glasses look so foolish on you. They're twice the size of your head.
Salcunas said this?
No, this is...
after a compliment given to him. Salcunas getting testy.
He goes, you're not... No, it wasn't Chunas. John, you're not a bad-looking guy, but those glasses are 2 sizes too big for your head.
I don't see that.
This is hate on John Day.
Wow.
You're not fat, but your ass looks big in those pants.
But I mean, like, do the glasses look too big?
No.
Jamie's are bigger than yours.
Yeah, mine are big.
But Jamie's head is a
that's
watermelon.
True.
It's huge.
I mean, it's
7 and 5/8.
I've never looked at your glasses and thought they were too big for your head, John.
Yeah, no, I think they're fine. Mine are.
Maybe
I
it's your
can't stand
haircut.
mine. Mine fall off my face.
I need glasses.
Yours need adjusting.
No,
left side that hangs on your ear is way out of proportion.
I don't know what's up with them.
Can't you just go into the store and get them fixed?
You can.
I might be able to. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. What I want to do is I want to pull an Office Space, what they did with the fax machine, just take it out back and just stomp the hell out of them because I hate them. I hate these glasses so
You
much.
can't wear contacts?
No, I do. I wear contacts. I wear contacts when I play hockey, but I don't want to wear them during work.
I can't.
You can't wear contacts?
No.
I've had contacts since I was like 13.
They gave me, and it may be some bass-ackwards optometrist, said, I only need glasses for reading. So if I'm reading the show sheet or I'm reading the notes, and even our show sheet, I can get away without it. It's written beautifully by Coach. It's got it set up beautifully. It's enough of a size that I can handle it. But if I try to read print...
What's that?
If I try to read print on the screen, it's a problem.
Yeah, you're full of them
It's too
today.
small. But
as long as it's big, you're good.
As long as it's
too
big,
small, you
yeah,
got to take it off. All right,
but
got it.
I need, but they gave me this one contact lens. You ever heard of this?
No.
Yes.
For one eye.
They said you need this contact.
Your one eye was worse than the other eye?
No, it was this thing where you put a contact in one eye, and it's supposed to help me with where I don't need readers. It made me nauseous and I vomited.
Okay.
Yeah, that would
And
throw
then-
me off.
And then they say, oh, well, some people get nauseous from it, but if you just keep it going and keep trying it, it'll be okay.
Did you have heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea?
No, I did nausea, though. I blew chunks. I'm like, I'm not going to wear this for another 2 or 3 days. And then I couldn't get the thing out of my eye.
You had morning sickness.
I started flinching because I hadn't worn contacts. So I'm starting to flinch. Every time I'm coming near my eye, I'm starting to flinch.
Oh, there's nothing worse than putting a contact in and you did miss something on the contact and you put it on your eye and it starts to burn.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate it when that
every
happens.
Once in a while.
Hate it when that happens.
Get stuff in your eye.
Like you touch some jambalaya or something, and then you touch your contact. Oh wait, I couldn't touch the jambalaya because Jamie ate the rest of it.
Oh yeah, this is a little dirt.
Like what the hell is that?
Oh, let's air out our dirty laundry.
I admitted.
What is that?
I was in the wrong.
I don't care that you
So
admit
Bob
it.
Bob brought a serving of jambalaya.
There was nothing to admit,
so
by the way.
everybody could have a
Right.
serving.
Sure.
I had a serving. It was a great serving. Perfect serving.
Right.
As Anthony Gargano would say, it's a tasty item.
Thank you.
Say tasty.
It
item.
was a tasty.
Coach had a little tasty item. Jamie had some tasty item. Connor came in and got some tasty item.
What did Egan think of it?
I
He
can't
didn't-
take
he
spicy
doesn't do
stuff,
spicy.
So.
Oh, okay.
But,
So-
but I heard it was tasty.
There's a good portion left over.
Yeah, there was.
Figure if everybody wants to get some more, whatever. Coach is sitting in here, and Jamie casually reaches over, sticks his own fork in there that he already used, and starts taking some. And Coach is like, what the hell are you doing? Now, I can't see Jamie from where I am. And Jamie's like, oh, yeah, I guess I used my
So you
fork.
contaminated your fork.
Yes.
So now he had to eat the rest of it. Do you watch cooking shows?
I was drunk on jambalaya, as you would say, jambalaya.
No, that's jam.
And I
It's
was,
his. It's
yeah,
jam.
and I wasn't thinking. I just went back. And as soon as Coach pointed it out, I went, "Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong here."
Oh my gosh.
So he had to eat the rest of it.
So I had to eat the rest of it because I
So we're thinking it's
contaminated.
planned out.
Okay, so the other
So I got
day-
2 servings.
The other day I'm hearing
And 3 and 4.
I heard somebody complaining around the station that there was a stray fork in the refrigerator.
Weird.
Ew.
I don't know what host was talking about. I
Yeah, I
can't
would not
remember who
trust
it
that
was.
fork.
Saying there's a stray fork in the refrigerator.
Throw it out.
Take a napkin, get the stray fork, pick it up, throw it out,
Yeah.
and don't talk about it on the radio. Just why people left it in there in order to be able to complain about it. Grab the napkin, grab the stray fork, put it in the trash can, and shut up. Like that's very simple. Someone could have made a mistake.
The commonplace fridge skeeves me.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I never, ever, even though Bob brought some great leftover.
If you're using it for like a 3 or 4 hour window like we did today.
But it was in Tupperware.
Yeah,
and it
I'm
was
okay with
contained.
that.
Now, it wasn't Tupperware. It was the Rubbermaid stuff, which I actually like. I like the Rubbermaid stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Now, a couple of years ago, they were on live remote, and I was running the board.
Yes.
And I came in to run the board for the morning, and I opened the fridge, and there was Randy the cockroach. Randy the roach just chilling. Like, hey, what's up, man?
Wait a minute. There
I
was a
swear
roach
to
in
God.
the fridge?
There was a roach in the fridge.
Wait a minute. Okay, that's not here.
No, it was years ago, and it was a different fridge.
Okay, different
This was
fridge
before
in-
they started construction, so before all the roaches and mice started relocating.
Okay, don't.
I know. Why are we
Don't
doing
do
this?
that to me. I'm horrified.
Welcome home.
Horrified of roaches.
Welcome home.
Roaches are.
Yeah, I can't deal with them either. So I opened it up and
Mice would not bother me in the least.
Oh, mice bother me. Roaches bother me.
Mice
Bugs
wouldn't bother me in the least. Roaches?
Yeah, I've caught a few mice in my lifetime.
I wouldn't, and you weren't afraid to go after a mouse.
No, I thought it
Roach?
was. I love checking the traps.
I'm terrified of them.
Roach,
Love it.
I'm up.
Yeah, it's like catching fish.
What is the fight?
weird.
Why is the fight or flight with roaches? With me, we stayed at a hotel down in Fort Lauderdale that friends of ours owned, and it was called the Bahia Cabana, and it was across from off A1A, and we would go down there as kids. They had palmetto bugs down there that are like the big black roaches, but they're not roaches. They're palmetto bugs. They live in the trees, but they get into the apartments and everything, and they don't go after your food. They don't go after your food, but a lot of times they find a nice, damp, hot space to live.
And they just stay.
Go under the fridge.
Oh, no.
And then you put the lights out.
Nope.
And then they roam.
Stop.
And as a kid, I could not sleep at the Bahia Cabana.
I'm not.
They have
I
since
can
torn,
see why.
They have since torn it down.
I wonder why.
And my dad would say to me, "What's your problem? They're not roaches. They're palmetto bugs." I'm like, "Okay, we're going to now call roaches candy bars."
Yeah, I mean, to quote the great T.O., if it looks like a rat and smells like a rat, it's a rat.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, come on, like that. If it looks like a roach, it's not going to make me feel better.
How did a roach get in the fridge?
I have so many.
Oh God, Bob's freaked now.
Well, yeah, there was a food drop and
what
things happen.
Yeah, things happen.
God, that's creepy.
People don't clean out. The problem is people don't clean out stuff they put in the fridge. So some people around here, I'm not exactly sure who.
What show?
Put leftovers in, and then that's like their trash can, and they forget about it.
I got to tell you this.
I don't know who.
I don't know who either.
The Missinelli show seems very particular to me.
Just a bit.
All three of them.
Yes.
Seem very particular to me.
Yes.
I don't believe any one of them would have their fingerprints on that crime scene. Really? I wouldn't have guessed that.
I cannot speak to it. I have no idea.
I would not know.
I'm not ruling them out.
Yeah, I'm not ruling them out. I'm not ruling anyone out. I'll tell you though, there was to Jamie.
Fridgegate, because this is going to become.
Anthony
Fridgegate.
doesn't bring anything in for the fridge.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Chunas might be a mild offender.
I've
I'm not
seen Chunas
positive.
bring food in.
Oh, he brings food all the time. He brought cooked turkey into our hotel
I know,
room.
it was terrible, and it stunk.
Yeah, so he could be guilty.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need to get to the bottom.
Part
of
of
it.
the problem is
Jersey had Bridgegate. This is Fridgegate.
Sometimes we have food drops and there's some leftovers, and they'll end up in the fridge, and no one ends up tossing them. So, like a couple of years ago, there was a guy, Joe Stazak here, had something that was like 3 weeks old.
Oh yeah, he ate like 4-week-old like lunch meat.
And what happened?
Yeah.
He got sick.
He got sick?
Yeah, the big dog wasn't hunting that day.
Why was Stazak eating food out of the fridge that he was foraging for?
Have you met Joe?
Yeah, if you know Stazak, it makes the perfect
So I
sense.
don't understand it. So what you're telling me is Coach and Chuck are like trading out green stamps for him. Like to come in, like he has to forage for food. He's so hard up for food.
Seems like it.
I mean,
yeah.
it's serious.
Joe was
seems
just
like it.
he was just hungry.
Oh God.
And instead of going to the vending machine,
No.
yeah, like a normal person would just go, "Oh, I'll grab a bag of Doritos or chips or something." No, he didn't do that.
Oh, and he got violently ill?
I don't know if it was violently ill, but he went, "Oh, my stomach's not feeling too well."
I know somebody who sabotaged food at my old network job.
Sabotaged?
He sabotaged food, so others were stealing his food from his cubicle. So he sabotaged the food.
Ooh,
Good move.
While diabolical, I respect
I
it.
respect that.
Oh my
hell out
God!
of that.
What did he do? Hot sauce or something? Or
No.
What did he put in it?
Oh.
all right, please.
Something
There's
you
people
don't
eating
want-
breakfast
something
out
you
there.
don't- well, if they're eating breakfast at 10 o'clock, they're probably walking to Walmart this afternoon in their pajamas.
He put jambalaya in it.
Let's just say it was not good what he did. Not good what he did. And he was proud of it. And he said, nobody's ever going to touch my food again.
And did anyone touch his food again?
I have no idea.
Well played, sir.
I would have found
well played.
I would have found the Riddex or something and give him or the X-Lax.
He put ricin in there.
Oh my
X-Lax is
gosh. Hey, Flyers game tomorrow has been switched to 6 o'clock versus the Caps. You can hear the game on the Fanatic starting at 5:50 p.m. And they're gonna dock Mike Missinelli 10 minutes of pay.
I think he'll survive.
They're gonna do that. That means that he's
No, don't take that from me.
I can't help it. Can't help it.
The question is, does he goat Flyers fans while getting off early?
It's going
Because he probably will.
The Stepford fans? The Stepford? I said, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like the Flyers fan base.
No.
It's nothing like it. They can accept years of being, again, kicked in the beanbag. And just...
Well, it hasn't been. It's only been 50.
It's only been 50.
They need a veteran defenseman in here quick.
No, they need two.
Yeah.
Guys are walking around naked.
They need a competent top 3 defenseman. And then they need a 6 on the back end who might be for a cup of coffee last run.
Yeah. Apparently there's a strong odor of burnt toast coming out of the Wells Fargo Center. It's from Shane Gostisbehere.
Oh, my gosh.
Trying to play defense.
He's really not good.
Talk about a change of scenery.
Did they not know that number 8 was Alex Ovechkin the other day? How many times was he wide open in the offensive end?
Completely.
Look,
Horrible.
Bob, he only has 700-plus goals in his career.
I guess they saw the gray hair flowing from the
he's got to slow down at some
helmet,
point.
And they thought,
Want to remind everybody the Parks Casino app, that's my sportsbook app of choice. Go to parkscasino.com/PA or just download the app and use the promo code FANATIC, and you can start saving yourself some cash and enjoying some great, great fun. I have a special project that I would like to unveil for you tomorrow on the show. We'll look forward to that. And obviously, if a trade of Carson Wentz is going to go down, it probably is in the first hour of the Mike Missinelli show.
Yes.
Because Mike has that kind of
gets
power.
all the
holds those
breaking
rights.
news.
Mike
Yeah.
has that kind of power. So you don't want to miss a minute of the Fanatic today. I understand that Anthony Gargano has been sniffing around this story too, and he may have an angle or two you haven't heard.
I would
get on
assume
it.
so, yes.
So get on it. Thank you, Coach Camille. Thank you to Pat Egan, Jamie Lynch, Bob Cooney. I'm John Kincade. Have a great morning, everybody, and stay with the Fanatic all day long.
The John Kincade Show
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's John Kincade from my friends at T-Mobile, and I've been a T-Mobile customer now for so long. Why? Because I don't have to jump around. I don't have to try to find the latest and the greatest rate plan. I never have to worry about my T-Mobile device being able to be connected anywhere all over town. Because when T-Mobile and Sprint merged, they created the best network right here in Philadelphia. Now, I've been gone for a while, so I'm learning about new restaurants and new ways to get around town. So I'm always using my device for maps or trying to find out the to-go menu.